All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My camera's too high. When did that happen? There we go. Welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. I'm your caster for today. I am Tetcher. I couldn't remember which way to point. We have a slight delay on starting. There was a little bit of miscommunication as to how the map bans were being done. They are being done as we speak. But we are in for some fantastic games tonight. We have a best of 5 series between the number 1 and number 2 seed coming into the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. With, on your left-hand side for tonight, will be Team Alexander, the team made up of ex-HGC Korea pros. Some incredible players going to be coming in here. They are going to give you some very entertaining games. They qualified in the second qualifier via victory, making them number 2 seed coming into Storm Division. But their opponents, the team that defeated Team Alexander in a 2-0 in Cup number 1 to qualify as the number 1 seed for Storm Division. It is going to be, of course, VGM. Now I'm going to show you the table as some matches have already happened. As you can see here, we do have that table's not up to date. Good to know. Alrighty. I really hoped it would be, but that doesn't surprise me. Alrighty, so we can see right now, Regen holds the lead. I believe Team Exodia beat out Chili Mountain as well. So they have points too. And what I can do is I can tell you the correct points. Okay, and just Nacho is telling me that he is going to get the map bans to me. Solid. Alrighty, but yes, I can get you the correct table and I can tell you the points. Feels good. Alrighty, so right now, the teams that... this is the last match for the season. So, in the previous matchups, spoilers by the way, turn off your ears for approximately 20 seconds while I do this. So, CPOG X beat out TOK, aka the other Koreans. Then Team Exodia beat out Chili Mountain, and last night we had Regen beating Ceton in the closest match so far. The only match to not be a 3-1. Ceton taking Regen to the brink. Ceton, of course, can't think of name. And so they took Regen to a 3-2, but Regen were able to emerge victorious. So the question is, which one of these teams will join the echelons of teams with a single point? Or which ones will join the teams with no points? We're going to be finding out very shortly. While we're waiting for those map bans to fly in for my viewing and your viewing pleasure, we can talk about the statistics for these teams. Again, Team Alexander, ex-HGC Korean pros. They have played 10 games that have been recorded for NGS this season, with some insane win rates. Absolutely insane win rates. For example, we have Lockdown, who has played Zool and has received a 100% win rate with Zool in recorded games. Same with Nitrogen on Hanzo and Spell, aka TTSST, gonna on that ETC. ETC, of course, did receive nerfs. We are on the new patch, but we do not have access to Diva or Gazlo. So we gotta be careful with that. So, yes, we have Decker Kane. 83% win rate over 6 games, Hanzo 100 over 6 games, and Urel on Lockdown, of course, 100 over 4 games. They really have put on some incredible performances throughout this series. Their most common picks, Deckard, Hanzo. Deckard has received those solid nerfs, but we already know that they could just play an insane Stukov as a backup here. After Stukov, their next highest support is Ana, with 1 game, 1 victory on it. So we'll see if that's the way they want to go down. I think that might be map bans. It is! Alrighty, so Infernal Shrines and Dragon. I'll take you to a map ban screen. In fact, tell you what, I can take you there and you guys can watch as the bans come in. So, Team Alexander, they banned out Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines. But we do have VGM, who have, of course, banned out... I say, of course. They've banned out Alterac Pass, and they have banned out Cursed Hollow. VGM have opted for first... Team Alexander have chosen first pick, meaning VGM have chosen the map, and VGM are going to be taking us to Volskaya Foundry as our first map. Again, as a reminder, this is going to be a best of 3 series Sorry, best of 5 series, meaning that we could go to a full 5 games, which means I will be staying up very late, if that is the way we go. Like Nacho Jin, a big old thank you for letting me know the maps. And we have a lobby. Join the game. Get my butt in there. Awesome. And they're the right sides. Wow, they're making my job easy today. So once again, these are your maps. While we're waiting for this to get set up, let's again have a look at some of the statistics, but this time for VGM. VGM. They also have quite a few 100% win rate heroes under their belts. They have played 2 games as May with a 100% win rate. I don't know if Avalanche is allowed. If there's a mod in chat, could you let me know if Avalanche is available? They also have 100% win rates on Greymane and Yorel. So battle of the Yorels potentially between these 2 teams. Some very high stress games there. Should be cool to see. They obviously don't have as much statistics as everyone else because they've only played in 1 cup. They don't have a huge amount of details. The most played heroes, the only heroes they've actually played twice, are Anduin, Greymane, Mei, Sylvanas, and Yorel, all of which 100% win rate, as VGM did not drop a single map coming in to this first after they won the first qualifier. So, should be exciting to see. These are your maps. These are your teams. We're going to be excited to good. Avalanche is good to play. Nice. Feels good. Yeah, sweet layout. I panicked earlier today trying to work out how to swap Hanamura in exchange for how to swap out Hanamura in exchange for Sky Temple. And I tried doing it on the old overlay because I didn't know there was a new one. And I couldn't work it out. Every time I thought I got it, it just swapped back after you hit reset. And that just broke it every single time. I even made my own little Hanamura logo to fit in there. But then I scrolled through and realized they've actually released tools for Season 10. So I was just able to grab those and use those instead. Yes, Diva Gaslamp and Cattle is sad in the chat. So far, NA is more than Korea in their previous matchup. They have only played 1 time before these 2 teams, and that was in the previous qualifier, in the very first Storm Division qualifier, which VGM won in a 2-0 against Team Alexander in the Grand Finals. Should be interesting. Are they going to be able to repeat the performance? Obviously, they can't get a 2-0, but they could get a 3-0. Can VGM assert dominance? Some ex-HGC players in here as well. Tiger JK, Cattle, of course. There is some insane players available here. There are some insane players available here. But right now, we're just waiting for the lobby to get set up and get us underway. Let's find out what the chat thinks while we're getting everyone into this lobby. We're missing... Why are all the players being moved into the observer slots? There we go. We're getting them in. We're getting them in. I think we have all our players. We do. Feels good. So feels good. We have everyone in. Players look correct to me. Some of them have even changed their name to VGM. Feels good. That is very convenient for me. But all good. So once again, one last time, here are your maps as we get ready to head in to this game number 1. I don't make the rules. Feels good. Osgara is our first map. Maps that are still available after this will still be Battlefield of Eternity. We will have Brax's Holdout. Of course, Hanamura, newest addition to the map pool, as voted by a very silly community. Tomb of the Spider Queen and Towers of Doom. These will be our available maps. 5 maps, meaning only one of them potentially will not be played if we go through the full 5 games. Some hype stuff coming out here, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready to head into the draft. We have ours ready, Caster R, and I think we're going to be good to go, ladies and gentlemen. I think the players are actually ready now. And I can't spell caster, I put cursor. Either way, let us head into the draft, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 1 of this best of 5. Oh, I'm so used to casting the qualifiers. I've been bamboozled. I've been indoctrinated. It's a best of 5. We're getting this underway. Seed number 1, VGM versus seed number 2, Team Alexander, with first pick and first ban going over to Team Alexander. Let's get this going. Starting off with the Anaban. Now, there's a very sensible reason behind this. For starters, Ana is really, really strong in general at the highest level of play, but also this is a comfort for Team Alexander. They are less likely to pick Ana, despite it being a top hero, because they are playing on Korean ping. And Ana is one of those heroes who I can tell you from experience is a lot harder to play on a higher ping. Excuse me. Heroes like Deckard, of course, and heroes like Deckard and Stukov and stuff like that are a little bit easier to play on the higher ping from Korea to America, or in my case, Europe to America. We see the ETC banned away. He is still busted. Blizzard still with one of the weirdest balancing choices I have seen in so long, taking a talent that was never used and making it the most broken talent in the game. Let's take the hero with two of the most impactful heroics in the game right now, and let's let him have them on a 20-second cooldown. Thanks, Blizzard! So we see Urel getting removed. Very sensible, both teams. Very high win rates on that Urel. So it's going to be taken out. Zul's fallen out of play in quite a few of the regions, quite a few of the divisions, so we'll see if that's still the case at the highest level of play. Junkrat also buffed recently, massive damage output and great wave clear now, especially. So going to be especially effective. So it's a very sensible ban. We're seeing the Chromie, also recently nerfed, but still absolutely dunks on fools. The damage output and siege is insane, especially on a map like Volskaya, where you're going to have a lot more freedom, a lot of amazing positioning, where you can control the area, you can punish people if they try to hold the defensive position, and get good plays going. So, VGM now. What are we going to see? They go for Sylvanas and Garrosh. Garrosh and Diablo massively jumping up in terms of play priority due to the implementation of the Gladiator's Medallion. The Medallion, of course, giving everyone that cleanse on a 5-minute cooldown. Now, heroes like Johanna have very much fallen out of Johanna, for example, has fallen out of play a little bit because the way Medallion works is long cooldown engages like Blessed Shield are suddenly a lot less viable. Garrosh with the throw, Diablo with the charge, and Imperius potentially, if that is a main tank, which it could be, we'll see where they go with that, with the Celestial Charge, allows you to go in and get really solid damage output and really good engages without having to worry about someone medallioning you and being stuck on a minute cooldown for something like Blessed Shield, which is Johanna's main engage tool. So seeing this position means that both teams now have very low cooldown engages, meaning that once the Medallion has been used, they can still move in for a second go. Sergeant Hammer going to be removed here. That's one of Garrosh's weaknesses. He does have to walk to whoever he is attempting to engage on, and Hammer can be a good counter to that with good damage onto Garrosh. The knockback from his W going to be able to zone everyone out very effectively. It's a sensible decision to remove that from the board. Team Alexander, final ban of the phase. What are we going to see? We're going to see Malfurion removed. They already have the Deckard on their side, so we're going to see that Malfurion on the board. Taken out of play, preventing it from getting any high value, preventing it from giving hyper carry Sylvanas or heroes like Tracer, which again, going to be a little rougher for Team Alexander to deal with due to ping issues. Blaze coming in. And Stukov. Alrighty then. Cool to see. I'm sorry about the cursor appearing on screen. I will slowly get rid of it on all of my scenes because I forgot to take it off when I first made it. Stealing that Stukov away is a pretty big deal here because it gives them that hard disengage against the Imperius. Obviously, Team Alexander already have their support in the form of Deckard Cain, but Stukov, with the hard engage and more importantly, the follow-up crowd control to Garrosh is gonna be huge. We do not see the European style of main tank Imperius. We do see Diablo as the main tank. Not too surprising here. So Imperius against Blaze going to be up in that solo lane. So I guess down in that solo lane. The solo lane is the bot lane on this map. And we see Diablo as the main tank, making his way all the way through the draft. Final pickup for Tiger JK here, second damage dealer. They've got two incredible CC tanks in the front line and some insane burst siege on the back. They go for some percentage damage to kill off those tanks and some dive burst in the form of Greymane. Very standard drafts from both of these two teams. Team Alexander definitely going for a more of a siege and burst style, whereas VGM have gone for a team fight brawl style, where they can punish mispositioning very effectively. Whereas Team Alexander, they're not trying to punish mispositioning, they're trying to punish anyone who steps onto the map. We'll see which one works better. Both these drafts are very strong. Both have the potential to do really, really good things. It's going to be tough for both these teams. The Blaze is going to be a very big decider, I feel, with that bunker especially. And Stukov getting those lurking arms to follow up onto the throws of Cattle. Going to be a big deal. But on the other side, as we will find out very shortly as we head into the game. Oh, the cursor just got removed by itself. That's nice. But on the other side, Team Alexander, if they can get these big burst plays, Hanzo and Chromie are going to be able to blow up basically anyone they come across if they get engaged on by Diablo or Imperius. Let's find out. So we are heading into game number 1. Spell, aka TTSST, going to be on the Diablo. Hyde on the Deckard Cain. Gondar on Hanzo. Nacho Jin on the Imperius. And Lockdown is going to be playing the Chromie. They are Team Alexander. And on the right-hand side, in the orange trunks, it is going to be VGM Gaming with Tiger JK going to be on the Greymane. Cattle on the Garrosh, was looking for someone right to start off there. Mocha is going to be playing the Sylvanas, dodging the Sandblast. Heavy on the Stukov, and already making their way down to the bot lane. It is Liam, going to be starting off on that clear a little bit early, baiting the minions through, and has that Adrenaline Stim Pack, so is looking for a fast clear. The same as in top lane. Tiger JK quickly peeling off. They immediately go for 2 lane clears. They are trying to just clear out the lanes fast. They're not looking to fight, whereas Team Alexander, again, their comp is going to be rotating as a 4, looking for kills, trying to find anyone under position, pick up kill. But Cattle, looking for the same, finds Deckard, charge is good. Liam rotating from bot lane, and that is first blood going over to the side of VGM Gaming. Picking that up right off the bat there, no hesitation. We see the mercenary camp is going to be started, stolen away, or at least attempted to be stolen away by VGM Gaming, and they will get that. First turret goes over to them. Spell hovers around, will charge. Not going to follow up though. They don't have enough burst to finish off Garrosh at least. On the other side, they grab their own as well. There's going to be a double turret play for VGM Gaming, with now only the support camp available for any kind of item gains for Team Alexander, who were already beginning to fall a little bit behind. Let's have a look at the talents as we are getting into this game. We're going to be seeing the War Breaker. No body checks coming in for the Garrosh here. Garrosh is going to be looking for those hard engages here and those shields. The body check is very good against heroes like Mei, but in this case, not going to be that useful. There's the charge. There's the time trap, though, and that's just going to allow them to steal it, but no one can pick up the binding ability. They're going to go with big stun from Liam's charge onto Nacho Jin, who is completely isolated. He gets a potion, but it's nowhere near enough as Tiger JK dives onto Hyde, looking for the chase. Spell going to try and use Greymane to escape there. Gets punished. Hyde barely survives the cocktail, but that is going to be a double kill. Going over to VGM, they burn a turret for it, but they come out miles ahead there. Looking fantastic. VGM 3 kills to 0 at this early stage of the game. They begin to hold positioning. Let's have a look at some of the rest of the build. Ignore all distractions. The siege-based build for the Hanzo. Looking to just get extra arrows, of course, wants extra burst damage there, but the ignore all distractions, the extra attack range is the big deal here. 2 extra attack range means you can hover on the minion wave and still ping people on the objective from a safer position without setting yourself up for Garrosh. We've already seen the value of Merc Queen up on that support camp fight being used. We're back to old pre-buff build for Deckard Cain, seeing the Sapphire and the Potion of Shielding. This is the go-to build for Deckard. Was before the buff to Ruby and is once again afterwards. Ruby still has its place for heavy dive compositions, but in this case, there's a Hanzo and a Chromie to protect, and that shield is going to be important. And we now have the Indomitable. Level 7 hit a little bit earlier for VGM as Team Alexander are busy wave clearing. Already still 3 kills behind. Might be 4. Throw, stun, burst, gone. This is the power of the composition of VGM Gaming, picking up kills on every rotation. The sand is coming in from Chromie. She now has that Mobius loop. That big slow is going to be hugely detrimental to the side of VGM, though. But VGM still making the most of it as Diablo comes out, tries to tank, and ends up going back to the Hold of the Storms the short way, as he is picked off fast. No one can step out alone on this composition of Team Alexander because VGM are punishing. We talked about it. They punish mispositioning, and we haven't seen Team Alexander able to get their group up yet to try and turn this round. 18 stacks already on Deep Breathing. We have Consuming Flame. This appears to be the go-to build, the go-to talent. Lockdown in trouble. That's a big dive from Mocha. Ends up being caught by the time trap. Lockdown is still alive. Tiger JK, he's on the prowl. He's on the hunt. Potions for days. Lockdown chased down. Good charge from Spell. Lockdown is being dived so deep. He's gone. He is gone. The dive is insane. Hyde is being chased to the side by Tiger as well, who's going to take him under Fort. Hyde is finally going to get out, but that is a protector going over to VGM. 8 kills to 0 in this game. Number 1, VGM popping off here as we see the level 7s have been on the board for a while. I was going to talk about the Consuming Flame. This appears to be the go-to build for solo laners these days for Imperius due to the fact it's a mana sustaining talent and gives you that little bit of extra safe wave clear due to the extra mana. We see the push happening in top lane. Diablo yet to pick his level 7. Spell not picking up. There we go. We are going to be seeing the Eternal Flames. A quick reset there. Extra sustain for Spell. It's a massive shove for the Stukov, who is currently in the Protector. Very safe. Heavy. Making sure that they don't get blown up. Tiger takes a little bit of aggro into cocktail. Liam! What a charge! This land's on fire! A spell is dropped as well. They disabled the 4. They use Sylve to follow up, and they get the double disable, and they delete the first fort of the second fort of the game. They killed mid earlier. And this is domination from VGM right now. 10 kills to 0. A 1.5 level lead in favor of VGM Gaming. Camps up in 37 seconds and 4 seconds. And you can already see VGM, because you bloody would, wouldn't you? Positioning and posturing to take that in advanced. And they're going to do it. Easy turret. They still have the party committer. It was not dropped. Mocha making the most of the fact that they're Sylvanas. Not a single point of damage. Just takes the Merc camp. Easy as pie. We did see Hanzo take the other side with some help with the rest of the team. A siege is happening in the bot lane. Level 10s available for both teams. We've already mentioned the massive shove, Cursed Bullet, Wailing Arrow, and we've already seen Bunker being used, and of course the Warlord's Challenge on the other side. This is what I was thinking about. Dragon Strike coming in here. We're seeing extra shots from Simple Geometry and easier auto attacks to hit. This is a level 20 attempt build. The body block. Liam is just bullying him. Spell's in trouble. There's the taunt. The Aesthetic Dragons does nothing as they turn it round. A little bit of damage is dealt, but Hyde has nowhere to live up to his namesake as it's another 3 kills going over to VGM Gaming. What insane performance. But yeah, the idea here is basically to get the cooldown reduction on the scatter arrow with the extra attack range for safety, and then you combo that with the level 20 to just get consistent Dragon Strikes, and that basically allows you to kill anyone at any engagement because you just spam it. You always have it up, you always zone, you always follow. But you gotta live to level 20 to get that. It's a level 20 talent, and right now, that ain't looking so good. Medallion? There it is. Medallion used by Mocha, and they prevent the Temporal Loop. Temporal Loop is a shortish cooldown, 50 seconds, so it will be back up shortly. But this is the power of the Medallion. It denies so much. Push on the bot lane. Continuous pressure from VGM Gaming. 13 kills to 0. Level 14 to level 11. A talent lead held consistently by VGM. Liam porting back. A little bit lower mana. Was pushed up. Lost vision. Safety first. You back up. Make sure that you don't feed. Comeback XP is going to be huge for Team Alexander if they can actually get some kills. This is not a troll from the Hanzo. This is an ambitious strat. This is a strategy that was invented in Korea, was capitalized on by China, but was very rarely used in the West. It requires a lot of coordination, and it really does require you getting to level 20 for maximum value. But it does have its purpose. They have enough CC already, so they think. But so far, just because it's a build that we know works and just because there is a strategy behind it doesn't mean they're going to be able to execute it, because VGM are just stepping on them right now. There's still a chance though. Again, the burst output of Team Alexander might allow them to come back. Going to be able to grab themselves that turret. Another biotic emitter coming over to VGM Gaming. Let's do an item count. 1 turret, 2 biotic emitters, and that is it. Solid output. On the other side, we currently see 1 turret. On the solo laner, this might be a mistake. Not sure. He's gonna back up. There we go. Smart move. If he'd stayed there a little bit longer, vision was lost on VGM Gaming. If he had stayed, he would have put himself at risk of losing his team's only item because he was alone and an easy pickup target. But they are going to survive. And they were on even talents for approximately 8 seconds as level 16 is hit for VGM. We're seeing the alpha killer. Greymane's not messing around. He's purely here to blow us people up, and he doesn't care who it is, tank or not. It's all about killing them. Blowing them up here. Super Strain going to be a huge deal against the Imperius and Diablo if they can actually start to get their engages off. Suppressing fire is going to make a huge difference when it comes to that. Hanzo with the mounted archery here. Wants to make sure he has an escape route. Decade yet to pick. Holding out on that. Protector already available. Going over to VGM. Going to be Greymane and Blaze. Adorning themselves inside the Protector. We have the Quantum Overdrive. Decade, Ancient Blessings. Not too surprising there. We are still seeing that come in. It will also help them burn through that Protector. Mobius Loop. Good damage. It is nice. It's fully stacked. Also, it's Simple Geometry and Black Soulstone. Diablo dies. He will lose it all. Garrosh. Only 11 stacks on Warbreaker. He's been doing a good job, but honestly, they've been killing people so fast he can't get many stacks. He's looking for one now. Slowed. Unstoppable. Going to be able to avoid the engage and gets the shield from the Protector as they do chase their way in. Hanzo, not with the team here. He was porting, but he's going to cancel it. He's going to trust his team to D-push because they need 16. They are willing to lose a keep here. You can see how they're positioning. They are willing to lose this keep in order to try and get that 16. They are going to port back, though, because the way VGM are positioning, they could have pushed further. Hanzo comes back. They're not going to have 16 for this. And they're actually instead, because they have everyone back now, going to put up a token defense for this keep. They're not going to be able to save it, but they are going to be able to prevent anything else from being taken by VGM. An attempt was made to maybe follow up, but Virulent Reaction shuts it down. Spell moves forward, decides not to risk the engage. They're still not 16. They've driven back VGM at least a little bit, prevented anyone from getting caught out of position. Camp will be stolen. You can see Team Alexander. They 100% know it's happening. They're not going to do anything about it. They zone, they scout, and they make sure they don't explode because they have to get 16. This will be their last chance to fight before 20s are available, really. Level 18 to level 16, a 2-level lead, but Alexander will be able to fight. Tigerfish, thank you for the 500 bits. Reminder, everyone, if you're enjoying the casting, any bits or subscriptions you make while people are casting Storm Division on the Nexus Gaming Series channel goes to the caster, who is hyped. That is a good medallion height. Might have set him up for the turnaround, but the damage is so big onto Spell. He's deleted. Warlord's Challenge shuts down Chromie as well. Great positioning by Cattle. And Nacho Jin zoned off to the side. Nacho Jin will be finished off by this. Hyde dodges Liam, and good jump by Gondar. He will survive as well. Nacho Jin will perish here. He looks for the turnaround, looks for their first kill, but Tiger just tanks it. Good to see that bug still in the game. The extended Halo. 16-0 in kills. VGM has as many kills as Team Alexander have levels. Yes, if you're enjoying the cast, subbing or donating bits while Storm Division is being cast, those bits go to the caster. So if you, those bits and subs go to the caster. So if you like me, if you really like me, then sub and donate during my casts. If you like the others, sub and donate during their casts. Sub to Jinxie, sub to Stoic, sub to Linehouse, sub to Murder. Get it going. Tiger JK moving over to the siege camp. Misses a cocktail, but gains vision to leap over the wall. They're going to be able to burn that. Team Alexander being very sensible here. They have even talents. It's their last chance to really fight. So what do? They make plays on the map. This isn't a situation of they're looking for a fight. It's more on the lines of they know VGM won't fight them. So they're just gaining everything they can safely while they still have a chance. Herodric's staff coming in for Deckard. Going to hopefully protect him against those big dives. But we see one of the Forsaken. Even more unstoppables coming in for Mocha. Another 500 bits from Omalia Music. I can't pronounce that. I've almost certainly done it wrong. Level 20s are hit. The window has closed. Team Alexander, no matter what, will now be fighting a talent down unless they can survive a bottom opened lane into level 20s with a protector. They have to soak 2.5 levels before VGM can grab the protector and end the game. They're just going to try and go for it. Here comes the Aesthetic Dragons. Turret was picked up. Disengage comes out. They all retreat. Heavy takes a lot of damage from that, actually. A little bit of a misplay, a little bit of mispositioning, but he will survive. He backs up. The slow from the weighted pustule gets him out. Nitrogen can't land the stun. Tiger JK with a very nice sidestep. And they survive. But you can see them. They're trying to make a play. They're really trying to make something happen here because they're out of time. They can't let this protector go over to VGM. This is the last chance they can make a play. Wailing Arrow comes out, hits 3 members here as they force the play. Nitrogen wrapping round. Gondor focused down by Mocha, who positions perfectly again. The emitter does not save Diablo, who does not have souls. Hyde is in full retreat. He throws the Stukov. The Sylvanas throws herself as they dive in. And that's the pickup onto Hyde, onto Deckard, with just Nacho Jin and Lockdown left. This might be it. Lockdown temporal loops. He's able to medallion. He's trying to distract. He's trying to buy time. Nacho Jin has ported back. They now have to 2v5 as the core attempt comes in. Turret is dropped. Merc Queen online. Nacho Jin has to land the stuns of his life, but it's not going to happen. The damage output is not there. As game number 1, 19 kills, make it 20 right at the end. 20 kills to 0 in favor of VGM as they take a convincing game number 1. What a performance there by VGM, showing that they are ready to just pile on pressure and just dominate anyone who stands in their way. That was impressive against some of the best players this game has ever seen. VGM pull off a 20-0 no fort lost game. That was scary. Mocha with the positioning God plays there. Just absolutely bodying anyone who stepped up. That's a lot of bits. Some bits. Thank you very much, Eric 2004 forever. Here the final stats in the end. Stukov, 80,000 healing. Deckard, Hyde, 23,000. 23,000 points of healing. That is magnitudes less because he was never able to heal anyone because the sheer engage and burst potential, there was never anyone left to heal. Because the second anyone was engaged on, they died. VGM did not let people go. They didn't let people live. And as such, punishment is taken. VGM, here are the talents for those who want them. Classic stuff for Garrosh. We did see the Earthshaker. No mortal combo this time. We're not seeing the full CC because they didn't need it. They didn't need the cooldown reduction. They just needed absolute decimation and destruction. Sylvanas going for the Might of the Banshee Queen and Mercenary Queen. We did go for Festering Wounds. This was a burst composition attempt coming in from Sylvanas as opposed to the sheer harassment maximum damage output you can get with the cooldown reduction on the Shadow Dagger. This one was all about getting onto that backline, the Chromie, the Hanzo, the Deckard, with the Windrunner for safety just in case, getting huge burst with Might of the Banshee Queen and Festering Wounds to absolutely take people out. Very solid play there. Hanzo again, level 20 attempt here with piercing arrows to maximize the amount of scatter arrows you hit. The idea here is basically to get scatter arrows fully charged up with attacks from range to keep you safe. And by that point, if you can land scatter arrows effectively, you basically have the aesthetic dragons, the dragon strike, up every couple seconds. Think Encore, but ranged and not good. But the damage output is there, and they had a lot of CC to set it up. It just didn't work out in their favor. They got bullied out pretty hard there and never made it close to level 20, level 18 at the end of that game. They didn't have as much burst protection. No timeout for Chromie in the end. It was all about the burst and the burst output, and they didn't have a way to deal with that. Soul Shield was there for a bit, and Diablo did live a little bit, but not enough to actually survive through those engagements. So, I'm going to see if we have a lobby. We don't yet. So, we're waiting to see Team Alexander if they are opting for first pick or hero. If they're watching their words. If they're opting for first hero pick or map choice. As they lost, they get to make that decision. We'll see if it works. Are we going to bring it back? We do have a lobby. Joining in. Our Team Alexander going to bring us to a game number 5. Because if so, they got to win at least 2 games to get there. Because that was deadly. Okay, show me who picked. Show me who picked. Pick that first draft team. I'm going to guess VGM. Because most pros like the first pick when it comes to heroes. That seems to be the preference. Let's see. Come on, change it. Change it. Give me the knowledge, the delicious knowledge. Oh, well. Well, the players are making their way in. We will be able to get started shortly. Meanwhile, while I have you all here, I hope you're all enjoying the show today. Once again, as a reminder, when you donate bits or subscribe during Storm Division broadcasts, all of that income goes to the caster on the channel. So you can support the caster directly if I'm casting, if Jinx is casting, Murder, Linehouse, Stoic, Aero. Any of those casters are casting, anyone on this channel casting Storm Division, all of that income goes directly to them. So you can support this channel, increase that viewership, promote Storm Division, and also keep the casters eating, because eating's nice. We do it to survive. You can also support the players, though, by hitting !Matcherino in the chat, which will take you to the donation link for the prize pool for the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. If you donate to the prize pool, you can increase that, and that will motivate more players. Perhaps if we do a second season, more players to come in and play another round. And it should be good. It should be entertaining. It's already over $2,000, thanks to some incredibly generous people and some incredible donations. And that's brought out XHGC players from America and Korea. Maybe next season we'll see Europe. Who knows? We've got a lot of European masters now on the American server. Anyone want to change that coin toss so I can talk about the maps? There is also, of course, the Nexus Gaming Series Patreon, where you can support the people behind the scenes, the admins, the mods, the web developers, everyone who keeps Nexus Gaming Series running from Storm Division down to the Amateur Series, which I am now a part of. I played my first Storm Division, my first Nexus Gaming Series game. I am in a Division D West team called Clouded Minds, and I played my very first game in Nexus Gaming Series last prize pool ongoing until December. Thank you very much. I played my very first game. We are set as coin toss at the mo. Just letting them know. I guess I didn't notice. Let them know that. But yes, basically, I played my first game with Clouded Minds, and we won! We won our game. Spoilers, by the way. Oh, interesting. Okay, the map choice was chosen by Team Alexander. Okay. So there you go. Here are the map choices. This is the map choice of Team Alexander. Caster R. I can't type today. Jeez. And thank you for gifting a sub to Porky. Hello, Porky. Yes. Yes. But yeah, my teammates played absolutely amazing. It feels good. I just double soaked all game long and barely showed up at all. It was a wonderful time. My team just dominated. It was good. Let's go. Let's get this underway. Your first season in NGS was Cloud & Mines as well. Nice, Eric. Feels good. Let's do it. So, let's get this underway. So yeah, VGM getting first pick, first ban. Team Alexander choosing the map this time. Very interesting. I'm wondering if there's statistics behind that to give us knowledge. Are there statistics behind this? Well, VGM, we've got no map knowledge at all, annoyingly. They've only played 3. They only have a couple map choices in general, and they're basically Dragonshire, Infernal, and Towers. That's basically all we've seen them play on in terms of statistics. They banned Alterac a lot, they banned Braxis, they banned Sky, don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, there's nothing about them on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Team Alexander, though, is there anything here for them? Their highest win rate. This is one of their highest win rates at the moment. What is my role? I am the bruiser / solo lane. Alrighty. The Junkrat banned out once again, removing that global rotation potential. Stukov taken away this time. The winning role. Diana taken out once more by Team Alexander. Very thematic there. And Stukov removed this time. It was very solid as a follow-up for VGM. But it's taken away from Team Alexander this time. It's Garrosh, yep. We were just talking, I saw people in the chat talking about that, saying that that deserves a ban. And you know what? You right. You right. Team Alexander taking out the Garrosh. Removing it as an option from play. VGM now. What are we going to see from them? What are the options? Going to be seeing the ETC. It made it through the draft this time. ETC, one of the straight up, no jokes, scariest heroes right now. That Encore makes him so hard to deal with. It doesn't just take one mistake anymore to lose to an ETC. It is one mistake every 20 seconds. That is the level of fear that ETC instills in the game these days. But we're going to see the Urel. Nacho Gino, she makes it in. It was banned last time. It makes it in this time. And we see Raider coming in for Gondar. It's a solid startup here. A little bit more safe this time. They've got two heroes who can protect themselves. Mocha's going to get his Sylvanas again, though. Turns out was pretty good last time. So not too surprising to see here. And Deckard Cain stolen away. With Stukov banned, Deckard comes out. This does mean we will be seeing Hyde on a third healer. We have only seen them... Oh, I think we've seen them on Lucio, actually. But mostly, we've only seen them on Deckard and Stukov. There's the Cassia removed. That or the stats aren't up to date. One of the two. Who knows? Cassia is removed. Cassia, another hero who received a nerf, but Blizzard completely missing the point of what needed to be nerfed and why. Let's nerf the damage of the ability. It's not the damage, it's the cooldown. Yes, the damage is safe. It's good that you nerf that, but you gotta nerf the cooldown on Surge of Flight as well. That's where it really gets output. With Deckard on the board. Struggles a little bit more with the damage output of Chromie than Stukov did. Single target healing, a little bit better for Deckard, but the AoE healing that Stukov offers is gone. It's Anduin for Team Alexander this time. Anduin, another hero who is slowly creeping his way up in terms of priority, especially due to the fact that you can now self-cleanse with Medallion, and you can either run in with Light Bomb, or put it on an ally and have them self-cleanse to jump with a Light Bomb, or you can self-Medallion for a salvation and get a couple seconds of quick healing and burst protection without the risk of being interrupted. Any hero who has a channel has suddenly got a lot better with the new patch. Deckard was already good, but now he can unstoppable his own sleep. ETC can unstoppable his own mush. These heroes have become a lot better since the recent patch and the addition of medallions. Finishing out with Blaze and Jada. Very burst heavy once again. A lot of AoE crowd control. And with, of course, only one cleanse until level 20 if we choose to go for that. Now, Team Alexander. Final pick up here. Maiev. Okay, they are looking to fight VGM here. They're not going for wave clear or split push or anything like that. They have a team that is here to brawl and is here to survive. Lots of abilities to just keep people safe and prevent themselves getting blown up in one go. But they have the ability to turn around now. Very cool to see. Very cool to see. Let's see if it works out. As right now, this is a much safer composition by Team Alexander. They have reacted to VGM. They're going to try and make it happen. They did nerf the amount of damage you need to take in order to use Cassia's D. Yes, and that is good. That is the first... words are hard. The first nerf they have done to Cassia that actually works. That's the first sensible one they have done. Feels good. So I don't think it's enough. I also don't think that's the biggest issue with Cassia at the moment. Either way, let's go, baby! Let's get this underway. On the left-hand side, hailing from South Korea, it is going to be Team Alexander, with Nacho Jin on the Arel, Hyde on Anduin, Lockdown on the Maiev, Gondar on Reyna, and Spell is bringing out the Muradin. And on the right-hand side, currently 1-0 up in this series, hailing from North America and I believe Canada. We're going to be seeing VGM Gaming with Heavy going to be playing on the Decade Kane, Mocha on the Sylvanas, Cattle on that ETC, Tiger on the Jaina, and chillin', it's Liam. He's going to be playing the Blaze. Scouting is attempted. Let's have a look at some of these level 1 talents. Going to be seeing a perfect storm for Muradin. Lockdown, Tether onto just Tiger. Root perfectly followed up by Hyde. But they lack the damage output at this stage. Lockdown's going to take a little bit of damage. Will survive, though, despite the best attempts of Mocha, who just has no chill. And look at this. Look at this. With the main front line, the main threat of Team Alexander being Muradin. A hero who doesn't actually have the ability to get away from danger very effectively. That was interesting. The pull into a pull, but look at that. Muradin, a hero who doesn't have the ability to deal with all this crowd control outside of the cleanse of Anduin or his medallion. They go for percentage damage. The overwhelming affliction on slowed heroes. And guess what? They have Blaze with the oil. Nacho Jin is probably going to die here. They have Blaze with the oil. They have Deckard for slows with Sapphire as well. They have Jaina. They have lots of slows here. And that basically means that no matter what, Mocha is likely going to be getting percentage damage against anyone who they hit. That is what we see. That is where that is what we're going to be seeing going on. God, that Adrenaline pack looks silly. Cam being taken. But Mocha is just going to be able to eat this Muradin until level 10, where we see that Avatar coming in to keep him alive. Because right now, this is going to be rough. How much money do we need to raise for you to shave my head? Not auctioning that at the moment, I am afraid. Ask Caldor. We'll see the focus clearing out the minions for the moment. I mean, if anyone wants to donate me like a couple $1,000, then I'd consider it, depending if the price was right. Stun. Onto ETC. Cattle. Thanks through. Not going to go any deeper, doesn't want to take any risks. Price would have to be right, though. Going to be seeing the inner fire here. Anduin staying at range, staying safe. Doesn't want to get himself caught out of position. The Incinerator Gauntlet's coming in for Blaze. Stun. Finds the Anduin, and Hyde is gone. Cattle has just been finding kills. It's another 3-0 in terms of kill games. The Spider's going to be playing spoiler. Are they going to get Mocha as well? They do! They interrupt everything. Every turn is interrupted. Tiger is interrupted. Cattle, the only person able to get his gems in. Those Spiders ruining the turn in there. Finally, Tiger gets theirs in. 30 gems turned in. Only 30 available for Team Alexander. We see a Sledgehammer coming in for Spell here. Good clear for the Web Weaver. good siege damage for later on. We do still see a Ruby coming in from VGM. Not going for that potion of shielding. They are still using the Ruby because they really are going to be in a situation where they're against 3 and a bit melees. With Anduin going to be stepping up quite far to make sure he gets maximum healing, having to group up for his team. So, in order to get that Divine Star healing, so the Ruby going to get some good value here. And we do see Can Ice Cube. Not going to see the Emerald, no full gems build. We never get to see the full gems. Crossfire for the Blaze. And there we go, Lost Soul coming in as well. Not going to get maximum efficiency here due to the fact that they won't have good root. Not enough for the follow-up. They won't have the attack speed and spell power to synergize with it, but the percentage damage is going to make up for that when dealing with Muradin, who has gone for heavy impact. This might... He hasn't gone for the level 4... He hasn't gone for Reverberation, the heroic cooldown reduction. Which means we might not see a Haymaker style. There was a build we used to see from Korea back a little bit ago where we would see a Haymaker style using Reverberation to get Haymaker up in every fight and just zone out everyone who's a threat. But the burst damage output is still very solid, and we still might see that. We still might see them go for it just without the cooldown reduction, taking longer apart fights as opposed to taking risks dueling with ETC. Liam taking some hits. Good knockback, interrupting the charge. He's gonna self-cleanse medallions, and that will allow him out. Good job by Liam. In the meantime, a little bit of a brawl up on top. Medallion also used by spell, but he takes a lot of damage from Tiger. Forced to back up until his trait activates. Needs to get that healing out. There we go. Final turning comes in for VGM. But Tiger picked off first kill for Team Alexander in this series. Medallion used by Heavy. They're looking for a second. Good stun by Kato to keep Heavy alive, though. And Heavy will survive this time. But Team Alexander, they finally have a kill in this series. Let's see what they can make out of it. They are now going to be able to defend these without the risk of Jada popping them. They have a little bit more freedom. They're going to be able to clean these out as fast as possible. Cattle still looking to punish, still looking to annoy and prevent this Web Weaver going down quickly to allow Sylvanas freedom to push up. Black Arrows and Shadow Dagger combined to disable the entire front wall here. And they're going to be able to delete this front wall. Web Weaver already dead up here. As they make their way in, the push coming out. We do see the unstable compound. We have the righteous momentum. Already mentioned a few of these. Anduin, by the way, blessed recovery. Keep him safe. But with that Sylvanas taking out the front wall, Web Weaver charges its way through and will smash through the first fort of the game. Liam clearing out. Here's level 10. Mosh Pit, of course. We're going to be seeing the Stay a While and Listen. Water Elemental, no maximum wombo combo. Wailing Arrow. Blaze, yet to pick, but it will likely be Bunker, I would say. There it is. The other side, we are seeing the Light Bomb. No salvation here. Avatar. Muradin is just going for a little bit of extra burst and wave clear. The heavy impact could allow them to follow up on engages. Reyna's Raider for the Reyna and we will see Maiev almost certainly going for the Warden's Cage here. The containment disc. There are a couple targets who could be accurately shot at here, but I feel it's going to be worth. Cam's being dueled by both teams, but still making the most of the fact that, well, Mocha is Sylvanas. Able to clear that up very, very quickly. We'll keep an eye out for Urels at level 10. As the two teams skirt around each other. Enough gems available for Team Alexander to turn in, but they are being zoned. Liam doing a good job keeping them zoned away. Cattle charges in. No Mosh, doesn't need it. Leap of faith, there's the Mosh. Going to be able to kill off the Maiev. Gondar focused down. Water Elemental slowing him out. Finished off. Hyde will get the Light Bomb. There's the Say a While though, and that shuts down any attempt at an escape. Hyde is dropped. Spell in full retreat as they split up both tanks dealing with Nacho Jin, who's able to get the gems. But in the meantime, down goes Spell. TTSST is taken out. Nacho Jin heals up. He got 28 gems. They got their turn in. But Nacho Jin, the only one left, the only one with gems. And these Web Weavers are gonna just be cleaned out, losing all value for Team Alexander. Top doesn't even make it to the halfway point. Mid doesn't even make it past the gate point. bot lane. The only lane where the Web Weaver gets any value, but there's level 13 on the board. There's the Encore. Remorselessness coming in for the Sylvanas. Combining that with the Overwhelming Affliction, that extra attack range keeps you safe. And of course it applies Overwhelming Affliction, which means you get good cleanse. Very nice. Focus down. Cattle being turned on here. Lockdown is just getting bullied by Mocha though. Light Bomb is used, but the miscommunication is applied. They don't turn it. It was to prevent any follow-up, but they're not able to get any value out of it. Mocha going to port back as they are out of mana. But yes, Remorselessness. That shot of Banshee Curse, which applies Banshee Curse. Sorry, Withering Fire that applies Banshee Curse. Three stacks of the Banshee's Curse applies slow, which is, of course, more percentage damage. That is the idea behind this build. Level 13, a little bit around the corner for Team Alexander. Cattle, Mosh Pit, pulled out, denied this time, but Spell's a little bit isolated still. He does have Avatar, he's going to have to use it. He's in trouble, he pops it to survive Tiger JK, lands the stun in full retreat, but the damage output, the percentage damage, Mocha dives him in and just blasts the Muradin. Avatar Muradin unable to stand up to one screamy girl. Tiger backs away, nearly drops to Gondar, but the zoning from Cattle with Encore, the dive from Mocha, looking for Lockdown, unable to do so. Blink to demount, prevent any chase. And this is the play of the season so far by VGM. Losing 1 kill so far across an entire series. Team Alexander gotta get some more kills on the board here. Ancient Blessings, Nano Machine Coating. Attack speed reduction against a Raider. That is BM. Finally, Team Alexander hit their level 13s. We have the Bladed Armor Protection, the Bronze Beard Rage. Lots of extra damage output there. Enchant Boots Lion's Speed. A little bit of extra healing, 466 over 4 seconds is no joke. It's not huge, but that little bit of extra protection against this comp might be the difference between winning and losing. The rest of the team rotates their way up here to deal with this push on a VGM. Level 16 just around the corner. Stay a while is denied. There's the Mosh. They still get by him. Light Bomb. They face melt it out, so the Light Bomb lands on no one. What a cancel by Cattle to get that off and prevent any attempt at a turnaround as they focus onto the first keep of the game. And VGM are going to be able to claim that in style. But Spell, he's here. They're going to try and make something happen. Nitrogen jumps in and stuff, but he can't get the hammer. Cattle just power slides through him and shuts it down. VGM will pull back. They have enough for returning. And they're just going to be able to do so again. Just keep sieging the base of Team Alexander. Team Alexander, not even close to the level 16 yet, which is now available. We have the Numbing Blast, that little bit of extra root, more CC. Imposing Presence to deny Raider any chance of killing off that ATC. Herodic Staff to prevent Yorel from diving deep. The Thermal Protection, allowing Blaze to dive deeper safely. And of course, Will of the Forsaken. Will of the Forsaken against this kind of high crowd control composition is going to be a very big deal. Cattle, in a little bit of trouble. But you can see he's just face-melted Mosh Pit back. Encore's dumb. We're seeing Gondor chase down the slow on Nacho Jin. Stun. One-man Mosh. Leap of Faith. Is it available? Yes, it is! Gets it out, but the turnaround! The stay a while. They baited them in. The positioning is good by Heavy. The tether comes out, but it is denied. Light Bomb catches the backline, though. This is their chance. The bunker, though, keeping everyone shut down. Liam is deep in the backline, preventing any damage coming out. Gondor is focused. Tiger is chasing down Hyde. There's the stun. Hyde will be taken out. Mocha is low, but doesn't care. Mocha from over the wall. Nacho Jin looking to try and come in. Lockdown chasing deep onto Mocha as in the meantime. Another focus onto a kill as we see Muradin Spell taken out. Mocha escapes. That's another 2 for 0. 10 kills to 1. They look for Tiger. They're shut down by the ice block. And Cattle will zone them away. This is insane from VGM. That's the best fight Team Alexander have had so far, and they can't find their angles. They can't find the target. Lockdown losing a lot of damage there to the Bruiser camp. Will live this. Needs to be very careful. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's no way that was intentional. The penetrating round for wave clear accidentally knocks 2 extra bruises into Maiev, who just turn around and one single bop, kill off Maiev. She will respawn in time for the defense, which is really needed now. Siege Giants with Merc Queen and Web Weavers on the way. They make their way in. Gondar rooted. Spell. He's deep. They're going to try and turn this. Light Bomb. One last chance. Mosh Pit interrupted the 10-second cooldown. They're going to try and hold this. Stay a while. Only catches Muradin, who's immediately woken up and tanking through. Mosh Pit already back off cooldown. They're deep in the backline. Liam trying to get locked down, but instead he finds himself isolated. Tiger bopped. He's able to get the ice block. He's finished off though. A kill is achieved by Team Alexander. Down goes Shivana in the backline, but Spell is still trying to hold. The gems, they're being body blocked. The gems, they're picked up, but the burst on lockdown. He gets out. Spell in serious trouble. He lands the stun. He dwarf tosses away. The keep will be finished off by Team Alexander. The second and third keep, though, are already dead. The core is going down. It's 4 versus 4, but the core is no more. They focus it down. The Web Weavers are finished. The Mosh Pit is used on available spell. He's doing everything he can to hold this. They might actually zone this. They get heavy. They might live. They get Mocha. That's another kill. And Team Alexander remain in the game. 48% on the core. They are going to survive. Team Alexander live. The potential backdoor being hovered. Look at this. Liam showing on the map to give them fear, to make them believe they can't do boss, to prevent them doing anything. The Web Weavers will spawn. Nacho Jin, though. The patience, the control coming in from Team Alexander to not fall for that, to not give up on the things that can get them back into the game. They don't fall for the backdoor feint. They turn in. That's going to depush the lanes. That will buy them some time. They get boss. They remove a death condition. And more importantly, they saved most of the gems and turned them in after that fight. Mistakes aside, Team Alexander showing why they deserve to be in this series. The patience and control and sheer macro level knowledge we are seeing is putting them in this game. Cattle pulling away. Level 20 is available for them. Hasn't picked it yet. We see the Wintermute respect the elderly. Big silence plays. Bolt of the Storm. Full level away for the side of Team Alexander. Upgraded bunker. Fortified bunker coming in from Liam. Fort 1 goes down in top lane. Fort 2 in bot lane. Liam just going to tank this as best he can. Big stun. Going to be able to pull back underneath keep. ETC has dived into the backline. Mosh Pit is available. Light Bomb. There's respect the only, but it doesn't matter. But here comes the Wintermute. Are they in trouble? Anduin, hide. He backs away. There's the waiting arrow to try and keep him alive. He's able to dive onto the backline. He self-heals and will survive. Liam coming in for the attempted save, but Nacho Jin is diving deep. There's the bunker. Can they stop him? He's body blocked by his own bunker. He dives back in to try and stay alive. He tries to get the rubies, but he can't reach them. The bunker, it denies him twice. Betrayals from both sides. Betrayed by his own bunker. They go deep. Team Alexander, they're in this game. They look to take the Bruiser camp. They have enough for a second turn-in. Is this happening, chat? Are they doing it? There's the route. Slows them down. The momentum. This is what VGM need to do. Keep stopping that momentum. ETC, he did not pick his level 20 before he perished in that fight. He let it go. Double pulls. Glyph of Faith coming in, and that's what Team Alexander need now. They need faith, and they need that glyph. That double pull to keep people safe from the ETC dives is gonna be big. Seraphim, more unstoppables, keeping them alive, keeping them going. The rewind for the Muradin Shadow Orb Huntress. It's murder in time. And of course, even more sustained here for Reyna. Get that Inspire and Adrenaline Rush. Keep that sustain going. Minions on the way. There we go. Level 20 finally select for ETC. He's gone for the tour bus. The Web Weavers are here. This might be Team Alexander's last attempt to make something happen. They're gonna get this fort. It's not being defended, it will perish. Level 20 is available for both teams. Every talent that can be stacked is stacked. Lockdown over the wall. Tether, Mocha. Mocha survives. Nacho Jin dives through the sidewall. 3-man stun. No follow-up. It's a lot of damage. Front wall taken out. They're looking for it. They're looking for the keep. Spell dives deep. Stun into the backline. The Web Weaver is basically gone now, though. They will not get this keep. There's still pressure onto top lane. The Web Weaver not looking too healthy, though. Bot lane as well. That slowly ticking down health of the Web Weavers is going to potentially scupper them here. They gotta get a keep. They've got to relieve some of that catapult pressure, but VGM, they remain composed. They play safe. Stun onto Lockdown. If they kill Lockdown now, that's huge. Glyph of Faith. But there comes the Torbus. It gets 2, but the damage, even if it's already been used. Here comes the Light Bomb, but it's cleansed out easily by Mocha. It's a full retreat coming out from Alexander. The bunker is down, and that is their cue to say bye, skedaddle. And they are going to back away. The Glyph of Faith comes in clutch there. The Torbus to attempt to follow up on it. And they do get 2 stuns, but the abilities had already been used to try and finish off Lockdown. They do live. They're looking for Mocha. Mocha though, Bolt to the Storm, into the backline. Water's Cage gets nothing. Nacho Jin is diving deep. There's the stun from Cattle, who's going to get good face melts, which is going to get the cooldown reduction on that mosh pit really low. Nacho Jin, he sniped away. First kill in the fight. Heavy over the walls. Big stuns. They dive him. Heavy's down as well. That removes the healing. Mosh pit's back though. There's the pull, but Torbus this time gets them. Can they get the kill though? Tiger, he needs cooldowns. They're going to split his big stuns onto Gondar, but Gondar tags through. Big dive. Backline kill. Lockdown gets it as Cattle's going to back away. Liam and Cattle porting back. Team Alexander, they move through the keep. They've done it from no keeps. They move through. They just have to avoid the mosh pit one more time as the core is being targeted. They look for Hyde. They look for Lockdown. The face melt is good. 42 seconds left. The rush is there. They're looking for Gondar. He's able to medallion to keep himself alive. They kite it beautifully though. And Team Alexander take us to game number 3. What a performance! What a comeback! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the series! Unbelievable! From 12 kills to, from I believe 9 kills to 1, with all keeps down. Team Alexander, they pop up from a 47% core. They pop up, they turn around, and they are taking us to the next game in the series. Unbelievable. The Sledgehammer Pog feels good. Feels amazing. Wow. Absolutely unbelievable performances. Look at the stacks in the end there. Nacho Jin cleaning everything. Just split push forever. Feels good, dude. Really nicely played there. Lockdown on that Maiev did their best, even though they don't have the highest damage output in the game. Some of those tethers and just the pressure that was applied was a really big deal. Jinxie Cat, thank you very much for the raid. I just caught it. Very appreciated. And on the other side, Team Alexander, again, Mocha is absolutely terrifying. Cattle, the mosh pits, really did it. Really got so many opportunities. But Jaina, Tiger JK, scuppered not by their own skill or by any mistakes, but by the power of cooldowns. The only thing that stopped them winning that game, outside of some insane pulls, some insane leap of faith by Hyde, the only thing that stopped them was an absolutely mental issue with cooldowns, and even with the Icy Veins to try and help that. But they got the burst, then the pull came out, and the Torbus every time. Cattle on point. But the cooldowns were burned. They didn't have the finish. Unreal. Unreal. We are going to be getting ready for a game number 3 in this best of 5 series. I said it right this time. Feels good. Oh, team, We got some good games. I told you we had some good games. Absolute dominance in game number 1. 0 kills achieved by Team Alexander. And it looked like game number 2 was more of the same. Until we got to those later levels. Until we got to those Yrel backline plays. Until we got to that quick kill to deny so many gems. This is the performance. These are the performances that we watch Storm Division for. Tell your friends that this match is going on right now. Show them the VOD if they are asleep, if they are in Europe. You show them this VOD tomorrow. And have a good time, because I may have we can laugh all we want, but these players are potentially some of the best in the world right now. And even though we saw that little bit of a misplay earlier on, they still pulled it out. And they still pulled it out in an insane fashion of pure skill and positioning management. And that's what we like to see. Incredible. We have a lobby. Let's jump into it. Caster is too hot, please nerf. But Jinxie Cat isn't streaming on this channel. Alrighty. We have a lobby. They haven't selected first pick again, but that's fine. Alrighty, once again, everybody, if you are enjoying this show, if you want to support the players after that insane performance, after these insane games, then make sure, there we go, they selected that for me, make sure you hit !Matcherino in chat. If you do that, you can go ahead and check who is going, you can donate to the prize pool for Storm Division. Now, that will be open until December, which is when Storm Division ends. It's open all the way until Storm Division finishes. So if you want to support the players, you can donate there. It's incredibly appreciated. We're already over $2,000, but I think we can get higher. I know we can get higher, because every time anyone doubts the Heroes of the Storm community, every time I have been casting and people have doubted the Heroes of the Storm community being able to step up and make something happen, they always make it happen. And I can tell you that because my eyebrows remember. We know it can happen. And I believe in you, and you can support that. If you want to support the casters, though, you can hit that sub button or that bit donate button, because when you do so, anyone who is casting Storm Division matches at the time of your donations or subs, they get supported directly. They get supported directly by NGS, so the money goes to the caster instead. So if you like the caster, whoever is casting Storm Division at the time, make sure you sub and donate during that time so that they get that support and that income. But if you want to support the people behind the scenes, if you want to support the people behind the scenes, the web developers, the admins, the mods, the incredible people who make not just Storm Division, but the amateur series happen as well. They work so hard. They work so hard. If you want to support them, then you can go to the Patreon. The Nexus Gaming Series Patreon, I believe there's an exclamation mark Patreon in chat. Jinxie Cat, thank you for the bits. And you can support the mods and NGS itself through the Patreon. There's some amazing stuff being made for that. All these assets, all these caster tools are created with the help of that. The website is maintained with that. You can support the people behind the scenes and keep NGS running. We're at our 3-year anniversary. Season 10 of NGS is what we are in right now. Feels good. The draft has started, but no one has banned anything yet, so here are the maps. You can see we've already been through. So far, every team that has picked a map has become victorious on said map. With first pick opted for by VGM in this next game, Team Alexander have taken us to Towers of Doom, with VGM opting for the first pick, first ban. In game number 3 of this best of 5. Let's head in. We've arrived just in time for the first ban, as Junkrat, consistency is there, is going to be removed. Eric, 2004 forever. Thank you very much for the sub. Also, as a reminder to everyone, we are currently just under halfway through. That's a gift sub. Neo of Tira is gifting us a tier 1 sub to Dax. Very appreciated. And as a reminder, perfectly timed there. Thank you, Neo of Tira. Tyra? One of the two. As a reminder, we are currently just under halfway through September, meaning if you gift a sub to someone or you use your Twitch Prime sub, you can continue that sub for another month for cheaper. Capital One are currently filling out the rest of the sub, so you can follow up on that subscription and renew it so that you get that extra sub. If you get a gift or you get a free Prime sub, and then you can renew that for another month to support the channel. They get the full income thanks to Capital One during September. or you pay less. It's a win-win. You support people, you save money. It could not be better as Daxhots gifts subs to the community. 5 gifted subs to Zyga. Zyga? To Chili Mountain. Hello, Chili Mountain. Storm Shock. That's a name I can probably not pronounce. Rigala? One of the two. Regala. And Grommin Hots. Thank you very much. And Jixie gifting the sub to Joey Wood. Oh my. So, ban-wise, the Stukov was banned out once again. VGM still a little bit scared to hide for good reason. Team Alexander going to remove that Garrosh. They were scared of game number 1, taking that out. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're on a tier 3 hype train. I didn't even notice. Choo-choo. I was about to swear. Glad I didn't. I just had to stop myself there because that's crazy. Thank you all so much for your generosity. You are all insane. Thank you very much for being mental, because the Heroes of the Storm community is mental in the best way. Tigerfish, thank you for the sub. VGM, though, they do get the Sylvanas. Mocha really popping off here on the Sylvanas every single game and is able to get it one more time. Team Alexander, they got the Reyna. It worked last time, and the Irrel. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But this time, VGM with the aggression. They're going to pull out the Diablo. It's time for Cattle to get the engages. It's time for Cattle to dive deep. See if he can pull it off. Let's get going. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just under 3 minutes left on the hype train. We're 67% of the way through Tier 3. Thank you so much for your generosity. Choo choo, all aboard, honk honk, let's go. As Malthael is removed. There's another some bits, 500 bits from O'Malley Music. Thank you so much for your generosity. You are absolutely incredible. Also, that emote is adorable. I've never seen that one before. ETC very sensibly banned out by VGM. Diablo is one of the best tanks, but ETC is one of the kings right now of just accidental wins. It only takes one mosh, and when you have it every 20 seconds, it's pretty easy to get that just one mosh. Team Alexander. Tyrael Karazim! Choo-choo! There we go! This is a brawling style composition. This is a classic Korean style composition from Team Alexander. Not relying on hard engage, bursts and stuns. They instead bring out the brawling composition. We pick an area, we focus, and we win. They have also some very holy heroes, and Raider. Feels good. Dihaka and Thrall. Okay, triple frontline. Very CPOG X style here. VGM busting that out with Dihaka for offlane, which means Thrall going to potentially be a little bit more damage focused. Does that mean this is a Crash build, or is this going to remain a Rolling Thunder build? Very interesting. Just over 1 minute left on the hype train. We're at level 3. Let's see if we can hit level 4. You've all been so generous already. I'm very happy with this. But we're right there, and it's giving me Arjuna. Jada! That's the final pickup for Team Alexander. Okay, I was concerned there, because Hyde was on the Jada and they weren't swapping, but they've got it. All right, here we go. Brawl-style composition with a little bit of poke, not too much. But some good harassment there. See if it works out in their favor. They have a very good aggression-style composition, especially when you go for that swift retribution on level 7 for Tyrael. That will allow Karazim and Reyna to really get stuck in and get some value going. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to head into match number 3 in this best of 5 series. Who is going to take the lead? Who is going to put themselves at match point? We're going to be finding out, because that loading screen was damn fast. And we're heading in. Let's go! On the left-hand side, it is Team Alexander. With Nacho Jin on the Yorel, Gondar on the Reyna, Lockdown on the Jaina, and currently AFK in base. There we go. Spell on the Tyrael, and Hyde on the Karazim. They are Team Alexander. And on the right-hand side, thank you very much, everybody, for the level 3 hype train. So appreciated. On the right-hand side, VGM Gaming. Heavy on the Deckard Kane. Tiger JK on the Thrall. Mocha back on the Sylvanas. If it ain't broke, keep killing them with it. Cattle on the Diablo. Liam gonna be playing the Dahaka. And we are getting started. No center brawl for the side. No center brawl for Team Alexander. They don't want to take the risk because they're against a triple front line. Too much CC, not worth the risk. Speaking of risk, Cattle gonna check it with his face, but there's no CC to really set it up. If anyone else would come down there, they might have tried for that kill. There's the stuns, though. Spell in danger. Nice amulet there. The medallion shuts it down. Now a turnaround attempt onto Tiger. Blizzard is good. The charge. They rush it down. They get it with the Eldrain. But Gondar, he medallions. He's out too. They've got it. And Team Alexander pick up first blood for the first time in 3 games. They get first blood. Unbelievable. Gonna be seeing VGM. Liam just trying to soak up top lane. Their initial attempts at aggression have failed as Mocha grabbed the mid lane, so they immediately split off and start soaking. Team Alexander making the most of their slight head start, get an earlier start on that siege camp. It is started on the other side though. VGM picking that up. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a 4-man rotation from the side of Team Alexander, as Nacho Jin going to be dueling against Liam. Drag's going to be very important for Liam to land here. We'll see how well he's able to do that as we have a look at some of the level 1 talents. We do see, again, we mentioned, Thrall is rotating with the team here. Cal takes a lot of damage, has to use Soul Shield to survive. But we do see Thrall rotating with the team a little bit, but he's also going for the Echo of the Elements. So he's going for a little bit more sustain, more consistent poke, being able to harass consistently and prevent captures from being made. That will be a big deal later. But no extra damage output here, relying on the rest of his abilities for that. It is an Iron Fist, no surprise there for the Karazim. Are they going for Liam? He's pretty fast. He's almost at towers. He makes it out. An attempt was made. Uh-oh. Bush Gang looking for Spell. Spell's gone. He has a sword, and he knows how to use it to teleport for some reason. Unstable Poison, quick wave clear coming in for the side of VGM. Another Fire Stomp build coming in for Cattle. It's Ruby again, Sapphire Ruby. Will we see full gem build? Almost certainly not. Hero Stalker for Liam. He's looking to play saucy. Penetrating round, denying an engage, as we also see the Bound by Law. This is the hard chase talent coming in for Spell. This allows him to actually be disruptive, something that Tyrael lacks normally. It's a very important talent if you're actually intending to peel and frontline for your team. Nacho Jin, not looking for his own side. He delays Liam. We're going to see Jaina running up, lockdown, grabs this. And it's all about delay tactics. In the meantime, Gondar dueling Mocha. The dive from high. That's going to force Mocha to back out. Spell causing enough of a distraction. There's the left-hand side. Right-hand side is taken. Tiger JK able to pick that up. Root on Gondar. He doesn't have Medallion. Used it at the start of the game. Still a minute and a bit before he's going to get that. Lockdown, channeling it in. Dahaka not going to interrupt, and this is going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Team Alexander, but will they lose Hyde for it? Hyde, he fast! He gets out. Hand of Freedom, good ability, and the counter kill. Team Alexander, finally, they're popping off, they're showing up, and we're in a series. Team Alexander gets their second kill of the game, taking out the Thrall. Spell is looked for by Cattle, but he can't find the angle. That speed boost that Spell gets, CTSD, dancing around him here. Mocha, he's so low. Mocha S! Mocha S tier! Lockdown charged in. Medallions to dodge the root. Hyde is deep. Mocha! Tyrael's dead. The greed! The greed is punished. Hyde is focused. He's chased down. Can he get out? He can. Radiant Dash gets him out of danger. Diablo is traded for Tyrael. It's a 1-for-1. But Mocha lives. Lives to be delicious another day. As we do see the wave clear continuing top lane, holding out as both teams. The game calms down a bit. Both teams make their way over to their mercenary camps and begin setting themselves up. Mercenaries slightly slower, being grabbed by VGM here. Cattle says hello. Big charge. If he had Malevolence, Lockdown would have really been hurt there. But the sustain is going to be really important for Cattle, which is why he has gone for this Firestorm build. With Diabolical Momentum this time. Cool to see. try to zone, they try to tank. Mocha really trying to hold these sappers away from the base, because that bell tower ain't looking so hot. Looking less like a bell tower and more like a tin can with a stick tower. Lockdown, just going to try and zone Cattle out. The Soul Shield doing a good job. Immediate channel coming in from Nacho Jin. The Tiger JK not going to interrupt this. They're just going to get that because level 10 is online for Team Alexander. They chase it. Mocha backs away. Oh, is it Mocha? I know. I'll say Mocha because I've started, so I'll finish. I'll ask them after the game if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But I will trust the player. Double channel comes in, lots of shots onto the core, and VGM falls a little bit behind. Only Water Elemental has been used. It has already been slain. Big charge. Not into the death zone. Stay a while. Seven-sided does come out. APOC with the silence. They're going to try and get spell here. Liam from behind. Isolation. Grab spell. They've already managed to kill off Mocha here. And the charge beautifully executed by VGM. Grabbing themselves 2 kills. Tyrael will explode. Their first 2 kills of the game. But that is big comeback experience. Condar trying to just do some damage to Cattle as they're going to try and body block out Lockdown. But their follow-up is Tiger JK, a melee character. They cannot follow up for kills right now. Just trying to cause some grief, cause some pressure. Nacho Jin and Liam just trading lanes, both trying to double soak the other. Trying to get an experienced lead. He's used to it. Fair enough. I'll ask them after the game. After the series, at least. For now, though, it shall be Mocha. Condar cleans up. Uses the Banshee, because of course it regens very quickly. And the power of Sylvanas. The second that bell tower is left alone, it is reclaimed by VGM Gaming. Level 13 just around the corner. Can they find enough minions? Because all the lanes are pushed up to grab it before the objective. They don't look like they maybe even want minions. Maybe they're looking for heroes. Scroll of Sealing and Ruby shuts it down. Dahaka tunnels in. They look for Gondar, but he's too fast. In the meantime, though, completely uncontested, Nacho is just going to channel. Dahaka tunneled down here. They're just going to get the double again. Oh, Liam. Oh, Liam. He's going to try and use his self-heal. 7-sided spread between 3. They get Jaina. If they can get 2 kills out of this, it might be worth. Sappers in top lane. Crash in. Spell silenced by the isolation. Gonna try and retreat, charges out, swift retribution, Gondar, penetrating round, but that is another 8 shots capped by Nacho Jin, and they're getting very close to claiming top there. Very impressive so far. Nacho Jin continuing to pile on the pressure. This is the most dominant Team Alexander have looked in the early game in any of these series so far. Pressure continuously applied. Cruelty coming in for Cattle here. So we're still going for that CC chain. Just not going for the healing offer, go for the burst protection that the Soul Shield offers instead. Very sensible. Heavy. Heavy may be in trouble. Cattle trying to tank. There's the Earthquake. They're going to try and turn this round. Good damage onto Nacho Jin. He's really holding on to that Ardent Defender, though. There it is, going to be dropped. No, that wasn't the Ardent Defender drop. That was just Sank. But there's the turn. Dive from Mocha. Looking for Gondar. Kiting back. Will survive. Isolation onto spell. Remember, no Sank is available. He's got the Holy Ground to try and zone them away. But he's getting locked down. Nacho Jin, he's already used his Ardent Defender. Can he find a way out? No, he gets sniped. But he bought enough time retreating that way for his team to escape. His team gets away. But in the meantime, with that kill being applied, we're going to see VGM back in the game. They're going to claim themselves a bell tower. They've evened up the kill count. They're even on talents. And just over, for the first time, ahead on experience in levels. They are still, though, very behind in terms of core points. Cleaning out as best they can. So yes, we have the Holy Ground. That's going to be a really big deal for zoning potential. We have the Primal Swarm, that 10% armor, combined with the Symbiosis for that cooldown reduction, and the extra duration for Enduring Swarm. Very simple build. Very old-fashioned build. Full 5 shots. The comeback begins. Hide. Focus down. Dashes away. He has gone for the Quicksilver, extra speed, and the blinding speed. Really annoying talent naming system there. Knockdown, taking a little bit of damage. Continuous siege from Mocha, who this time has gone for like the actual like maximum damage output in team fights build. Attack speed and spell damage coming in from the Might of the Banshee Queen, combined with the cooldown reduction of the Shadow Dagger from Lost Souls and the extra attack range to give you more consistent attack speed from Remorselessness, and the extra Withering Fire there, which applies Banshee's Curse, means you are able to get huge damage outputs in team fights. And we will likely see Sylvanas top the damage chart in this game, if they aren't already. Let's have a look. Yes, they are. 29,000. Not as much as Raider, though, because good heavens, Raider has been having a very free game so far. Really has been bullying as best they can. Gons are topping it out so far. Silver will likely start catching up as the game goes on, but gotta keep the performance going. So, it's a bell tower for bell tower, as Nacho Jin was able to claim, and is just gonna push. They have a Sapper camp, so he's just gonna go. 3 extra shots. Potential for very high value here. Level 16 available for both teams. There's the cleanse. Big deal for the Karazim. Has to be used on Nacho Jin with that speed boost. Going to be a big deal. Dahaka trying to stop this going in. Sappers have already been cleared here. And speed boost to try to make their way up to top. One Sapper made it in. One Sapper still alive, but it will be cleaned up by Liam. Looks like they're going to attempt to go for a double cap as Deckard, Heavy, channeling this in for VGM. Meaning this will, for a very short amount of time, be a 4 versus 5. Liam's going to begin to channel. Are they going to interrupt? Nacho, he shows up. They let it go. They take the 2 for 1, the 1 for 2 trade. They let it go. Radic Reforging, cooldown reduction, more Holy Grounds. Consistent Harassment is the name of the game here. We have the Evasive Fire. Again, you're going to get more Withering Fires coming out here. You get more auto attacks, more attack speed. Keeps you mobile, keeps you moving, keeps your damage output high unless you harass effectively. The Elongated Tongue coming in for the Dahaka. Really looking to find targets here. 10 health to 23. Even though they took a down trade, Team Alexander still with a solid lead. Trying to set themselves up. Holy Ground was used. Mocha escaping over the Holy Ground with Withering Fire. Able to get away. Sorry, Haunting Wave, not Withering Fire. Cattle. Really on the hunt now. Trying to find targets. Nice little cleansing touch there to prevent Cattle from getting anything. Trades out a little bit of damage. Spell did eat a bit though. You can see Karazim's healing numbers starting to show that they do have a slight issue when compared to Deckard. 39,000 to 51. 7-sided. They look for Tiger. Trying to isolate with Holy Ground. Unable to do so. Gondar again. Full freedom in terms of damage output. Cleanse, keeping Gondar moving. As long as he has freedom, they have damage. Oh, that might have been a misplay on the rotation from Hyde. He gets an Nacho Jin to dash to, though. That's going to allow him to sneak away, but Nacho looking for Jada. Isolation on the backline by Liam, looking for Spell. There's the sack. That will pop the isolation, but they're still completely split here. Gondar in full retreat, chased down by Mocha. Good slow, though. Nacho Jin may have again just saved his team the game. He's going to honor Defender. A huge chase from Tiger, who will be punished for that. Tiger is down. There is a single bell tower here. Urel did fall. It's a 2 for 1, though, in favor of VGM. But they are down bell towers right now. They might just delay this, but they can't afford to. Even though it's a 3v4, Team Alexander try to force them to cap this. No extra shots. Not allowed. You will be denied. You will take this. It's not efficient for you, but it's all you're getting. 3 shots onto the core. 20 health to 10. Camp being taken. Team Alexander really trying to pile on the pressure. Holy Ground trying to separate. That was a deletion. Goodbye. They're going to get Cattle 7-sided. Cattle is donezo. And they try to turn onto Liam. The split fights. Divide and conquer. It's Team Alexander all the way as they pick up another 2 kills. 3 if you count Diablo, who is now respawned with 0 souls. Water Elemental going to assist the minion wave in pushing in the middle bell tower. Not going to get any further. It didn't have a huge amount of duration. And boss is claimed. 6 health left on the core of VGM. Heavy needs to be very careful where he's standing. 6 health to 20. Team Alexander, tactical losses of core health. Tactical shots being given up to keep their lead, to not risk a fight that they don't have to take. Kettle sees it, does not want to engage. With no souls, he would perish. Level 20 is online. They're going to try and make something happen out of it. They have the transgression for Hyde. Even more damage onto Cattle, who has been struggling. The Seraphim, the Holy Arena, double altar up in top lane. This is not lethal unless they get both altars. Hellgate, big dive, Medallion, the cleanse coming out of Karazim, the sanctification for the attempted turnaround, but they don't have the angle. Holy Ground cuts it off, but Gondar, he's found a wall. That's bad. Gondar is gone. They are able to pick up the kill. VGM might have kept themselves in this game as Liam is going to be chased down by Lockdown, but Lockdown is all alone. But in the meantime, guess who's trying to get sneaky plays? Nacho Jin, but he's denied the global APOC for the denial here. Hyde is just trying to use guerrilla tactics, hit and run. Ardent Defender is up and may have to be used. Wailing Arrow, it's no chance, no opportunity to use it. 3 shots, another 3 gonna be coming in, and we are down 6 shots to 14. And VGM, they are still in it. They will not go down. Waves being cleaned up. VGM piling on the pressure. They're going to clear out mid. Dahaka will finish that. They're going to grab bot. Sappers available on the left. Spawning in just under a minute on the right. That is a potential 6 extra core damage. Sappers will be grabbed in top lane to prevent any extra value and create a split focus. But right now, VGM, they should put a lot of effort into protecting this Sapper camp. Yorel is still down for 9 seconds. Tyrael ports back. Makes his way to the team. Gondar continues to bully. Wintermute trying to focus. They're just going to try and take out Cattle alone. 7-sided has to be used to dodge the sleep. It still catches him. Can Cattle find the angle? Sleep and silence with respect to the elderly, as level 20 is available for both. There's the earthquake. Sanctification. 40 attempt to turn around, but Liam is looking for it. Remember, he does have the contagion. If they group up after that sank has expired, they might have been in danger, but they do play around it. They do survive. Spell continues to harass, to annoy. The Sappers have been slain. No extra core damage. Double altar phase. Still lethal, even with the amount of core health. Even with the amount of altars that VGM hold. It's a full wraparound. They go for the long way around. There is a Sapper camp available for potential bot pressure. 5 shots available here, which will bring them down to 9. Team Alexander unlikely to get both, but they really want to set themselves up for a potential lethal later on. Good route coming in from Tiger JK to keep them in this. Cattle, who is already just short of full souls. Bot shots taken. Top shots denied. We're down to 9 health on the core. Route onto Liam. Holy Ground is good. Burrow to dodge the damage. Gondar in trouble. Isolation is dodged. They're not able to land it. Hellgate dodges out of the transgression. APOC to follow up and respect the elderly. Now goes Tyrael with Yorel. Also taken out with the silence from the Wailing Arrow. It's a full retreat coming out from Alexander as it's a 2 for 0. They are denied once more as Team Alexander are forced back. VGM forced forward. They're holding bot. They wish to delay. They're going to try and get the extra caps. Boss is up in less than a minute. They're trying to get the extra shots. It's a risky play. They do give it up. They realize they can't afford to. They could have tried to grab the Merc campus. They don't have time. They can't afford to risk it. They're spread too thin by Team Alexander. They focus onto the bell tower. Black Arrow is gone. Gondar eats a lot of damage. That earthen shields coming in from Tiger is really keeping VGM, keeping on the pressure. That 10% of health, 15% of health worth of healing, worth of shielding keeps them going. Keeps them fighting. 6 shots available. It's lethal. Now, for the first time, VGM have lethal on Team Alexander. And one of those options is the boss. Of course, the immediate reaction from Team Alexander sees the boss. They have to take the fight. They have Sank. They're able to confirm that. They have Holy Ground. They get the boss. Second option, port to bot lane, protect that bell tower, protect the sappers from making their way in. If the sappers make their way in, it is game over. But with that boss, shots onto the core, it does not matter. This altar, if bot is defended, which is a very high chance they will unless they accidentally sank the sappers in, which can happen. If they're able to hold, it's lethal. One fight to decide this game. 20 seconds. They have to kill these sappers fast. Jaina. Ooh, accidentally holy grounding the sappers away. Here comes Liam looking for the contagion. Trying to get it. The altar. 12 seconds out. Sappers looking low. Hellgate cleansed out. Seven-sided. Transgression. Cattle. He's low. 12 health. He gets out. Cattle is able to survive. No one. Dahaka has made his way over to the altar though. No one can reach him. It's too late. It's too late as Liam gets the channel. And that is going to be game number 3 going over to VGM. As they get match point and bring themselves one game closer to moving up ahead and continuing to claim their position as the #1 seed in Storm Division. What a performance by these two teams. The closest game so far as VGM continue to control. Looking behind for the first time in the early game. But it's the late game they were able to turn. The Dahaka Tunnel, of course. Massive delay tactics. The slows, the roots, the Sapphire coming in from Deckard saved the game. The slows from Sapphire combined with the Earthquake kept them busy for just long enough and prevented Team Alexander from making their way onto Dahaka. Great performances by both these teams. Here are the talents for if you need them. Level 20 talents that were most important, of course. The Earthen Shields, that kept VGM Gaming in these games so many times. 15% of max health as shielding, which, for someone like Diablo, is a pretty big deal. It's pretty good, yo. The Hellgate allowing them those engages and the Deafening Blast and the Contagion. 2 silences. 3 if you include Respect the Elderly to try and follow up if they can time it after Holy Arena. Karazim really did a good job there. Transgression really trying to blast through Cattle in that last fight, but got out with just a slither of health. But he did live. He did live. Ladies and gentlemen, this series is insane. I'm going to take a quick drink. I'm going to cover up logos because they need to sponsor Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. Sponsor Nexus Gaming Series in general. Excuse me. It's been a fun series, team. Just waiting for the lobby to materialize. It already has. It feels good. Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, if you are enjoying this series so far, support the players. Support the players by showing them a little bit of extra prize money. Exclamation mark Matcherino in chat. You can donate to the prize pool for the Nexus Gaming Series for Storm Division and motivate these players to put on more incredible games like this. You can keep that support coming for them. You can keep them playing and keep them motivated. And just reward them for putting on such entertainment. And if you like what NGS are doing here and want to support the people behind the scenes, check out the Patreon. Exclamation mark Patreon in chat. You can support the developers, the mods, the admins, and everyone else who works behind the scenes, the content creators who all work behind the scenes to make Nexus Gaming Series as amazing as it is. It's not just Storm Division, there's the Amateur League as well. I play in it. Division D West Clouded Minds! Let's go! First win on the board as of Wednesday. Feels good. 2-0. Nicely done. We did it. Feels good. Big shout out to the team. Everyone did amazing. Here are the maps. As I tell you about the fact that if you enjoy what I'm doing, excuse me, aka destroying my voice, then you can support me by subbing and donating. When you sub and donate in the NGS channel while Storm Division is going on, then that money goes to the caster casting at the time. So right now, I am casting Storm Division on the NGS channel. Your subs and bits go to moi, which is very generous and very kind of Nexus Gaming Series in general. Feels amazing. But if perhaps you're more of a Jinxie chap or lass, then you can wait for when Jinxie is streaming on this channel. Or if you're a murder mate, there you go, did it, then perhaps you could wait till murder. If you're a Linehouse lad, I've used lad, but it'll do, you can do that, and etc, etc. Support the casters. Sub and donate while the ones that you love are streaming, and support them. As we see, we are going to Battlefield of Eternity, map picked by Team Alexander. Thank you very much for the subscription, Broomboy, with Twitch Prime, and the 333 bits. Coming in, excuse me, 333 bits coming in from Tiger. Thank you very much. Also, as a reminder, as we head into the draft, it is currently September. Capital One are supporting streamers on Twitch by allowing you, when you get a gifted sub or sub with Twitch Prime, you are able to renew that sub for an extra month for even cheaper. I believe it's something like $3 something, which is going to allow you to support the streamer, because Capital One makes up the difference. The streamer still gets the full price, but you save $1 something? It's a really solid amount. You save money on subbing to your favorite streamers. So if you get a gift sub, or you want to gift a gift sub, then renewing that sub for an extra month costs so much less. You save money, you support the streamer, and you're able to show Capital One that they've done a good thing by supporting the streaming community. These bands look familiar. Ana going to be removed, as is Junkrat. These look very, very familiar. Excuse me. What are we going to see next? It's Stukov. This is all very familiar. This has been a very predictable draft. Could it be Garrosh by any chance? Or maybe not, actually. It's a different map. Maybe this is it finally time for the self ban? Is it a Diablo ban? We will see. Zatiochi? I can't pronounce that one. Thank you very much for your sub at a tier 1. It's the Garrosh. I was right the first time. Should have trusted my gut. And now, VGM. They have their first pick. It's Urel! Stolen away! They're going to get that for the first time. Stolen away from Team Alexander. Feels good. Team Alexander now, though. Oh, you know what I really want him to do? I want him to steal Sylve. I'm pretty sure that Nachojin can play it. They're still going to open up with Big Burst, with Greymane and Diablo as their opener. When will Anu be first pick? He needs a little bit of a buff. VGM now. They're going to probably get the Sylve because it's not broken and it keeps working. There it is. There's Mocha and ETC going to be going over to Cattle. The punishing Mosh Pit plays. See if they can turn that into some delicious kills. Team Alexander now. Their bans. ETC, Sylve. Last time there was a Jaina in this composition. Might still be worth a pickup. It's going to be the Reyna removed here. They're afraid of the double long-range bully that Diablo could receive. And you know what? That's fair. understandable. The amount of pressure that could be applied there could be pretty scary to deal with. VGM Gaming now. Their last ban with Greymane Diablo on the board. Might be worth them banning the Jaina. They ban Chromie. Oh yeah, Chromie's in this game. Picked so heavily in the first first games, and now just ignored all the way through to the last ban. Team Alexander now. Extra burst follow-up for the Diablo. What are we going to be seeing there? Jaina, Kel'Thuzad, Mephisto, Li Ming. That's what it's going to be. Reset City. And Malfurion. Where does Li Ming like to rest? In the Reset City. That's Malfurion. Mana for Li Ming, healing even after he dives for Greymane and Diablo. Decade Kane going to be coming in. Maybe this will be an Emerald game. I think this one might be Emerald with Malfurion on the board, but that might mean we don't see Sapphire or we don't see Ruby. Potion shielding might be important here with the extra burst. And it's Tychus to finish the job. Eat that Diablo. Meaning that Team Alexander now very much need an extra tanky frontliner. You may be asking, but Tetcher, why do we need a second frontliner if Tychus is just going to percentage damage them? Well, because they're mostly going to percentage damage Diablo. When Diablo is low, he needs to retreat and get healed up. If he retreats, who's protecting the frontline anymore? If you have a squishy frontliner, they're just going to die. You need another tanky frontliner. Yes, they're going to eat percentage damage, but they need to be able to tank through. Team Alexander ignore me completely, though, because they are smarter than I am, and they're going to go for the Malthael. Now, this isn't so much tankiness, it is sustain, because there is a lot of heroes that will be very grouped up that he's going to be able to get good healing off of. But more importantly, it's more burst. Last Rites, their game plan, not to just try and duel in fights. They don't want to take extended fights. They want to find the target, destroy them, and leave. My knowledge was incorrect. And that's okay. Sometimes it's fine to be wrong, because you get fun stuff like this. A quick one-shot burst composition from Team Alexander to try it and just delete the members of VGM. VGM, with the sustain, they have Sylve, who's going to have several unstoppables. Tychus, who does have some armor, which will help a little. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, you can hear it. Let's get this going. We are heading into game number 4 of this best of 5 series. Let's get this going. On the left-hand side, hailing from South Korea, it is going to be Team Alexander with Nacho Jin on the Malthael, Spell on Diablo, Hyde going to be playing the Malfurion, Lockdown on the Li Ming, and Gondar is going to be playing the Greymane. Whereas on the right-hand side, hailing from North America, it is VGM with Liam on the Urel, Cattle playing that ETC, very appropriate. Mocha going to be playing on the Sylvanas, Heavy on Decade, and Tiger going to be bringing out the Tychus. Tiger JK already trying to bully Lockdown, sidesteps the missiles. Cattle is waiting for Nacho Jin to overstep. But Nacho Jin finds Cattle first. They quickly trade blows and back away. We're seeing Guitar Hero because Globe Talents are going to just suck on this map because it's really hard to get globes in general. That's why we don't see any of them. Attack speed coming in for attack healing coming in from Spell, Feast on Fear, going in for maximum stuns and quick burst sustain. Not too worried about the spell armor against this composition. And you're not really going to get much value out of the Globe Talent. Lockdown, blinks away. Going for the Aether Walker. Sorry, Ether Walker. I always pronounce that wrong. It is Ether, I believe. Ether Walker going to be used here. Extra mobility. A little bit of extra missile damage as well. Always nice. Fear the Reaper. No quick rotations, but the ability to get into that backline fast and get out of danger fast. Always going to be welcome. Gank attempt coming up from Gondar to assist with the camp to prevent Liam from stealing it. In the meantime, counter camp being taken in the bot lane by VGM. Focus. Attempted steal. They almost got it. If it wasn't for that Gondar rotation, Liam might have been able to steal that. Liam will live, though. It's Team Alexander. Return to their defensive positions. Gondar actually going to stay up here. They're going to use a quick double push. Trying to get some value up there. Going to try and bully Nacho Jin a bit. Stun does come in. The idea here, Liam knocking at the Impalers into turret range so the turret can assist in clearing them instead of being poked from out of range. No one is stepping up from Team Alexander, meaning VGM can't appear to find an angle to engage on them, so they've just retreated back to make sure that they don't get punished for overextending. Impalers cleaned up. Turret lives. In the meantime, Gondar has already started on that Bruiser Cap. Now, you can see the health there trickling in. That likely means, because I don't think I saw Malfurion rotate away, I think he pinged the fountain. Cannot be sure, though. Bruiser Cam taken from the other side as well. Strangling Vines, all about that follow-up. Nacho cleaning up. Knockdown, pinging away at Cattle. Just trying to be annoying. Cattle with the loudspeakers. This has become the go-to talent because it's extra radius on your face belt, which means more chance of getting encore. Getting that cooldown reduction. Both teams delaying their camp slightly earlier by VGM, but a little bit later by Team Alexander. Spell and Cattle. Ships passing in the night, but this ship has guns! As Tiger shows up, just gonna try and murder through Spell, but Spell will live with the overpower. Gondar gonna get body blocked in, but is still gonna try and tank through and survive with that little bit of 10 armor for the sustain as Hyde topping everyone up. Tops up Lockdown, who just went into a duel with Mocha. Percentage damage, by the way, again on Mocha, on that Sylvanas. We're going to be seeing the Throwing Shade, a talent that we don't see too often, but in this particular situation, being able to harass the objective from range is going to be very, very important. Nacho Jin's already started on that. We have the bigger they are coming in for Tychus, which is used on Spell, blasts him down, didn't have a chance to react, just eaten alive. And Hyde, coming in to help, gonna meet the same fate. But in the meantime, halftime show is achieved by Team Alexander. They grab the halftime show, making the most of the fact that there was a distraction in the form of their friends dying. Gondar, he wants to try and get some poke damage, but Cattle is going to rumble this, and that means Gondar going to get wrapped around on. Oh, the medallion is baited. Face melt into the root. Power slide still available. Gonna use it to escape, though. They took some damage, and with that, race is going to be actually pretty close here. It's going to be down to the wire. It's going to go over to VGM. Very barely they were able to pick that up. 293 health, I think I saw there. Going to be seeing the Massacre coming in for Malthael. Is this a Tormented Souls game? I don't think so. I think Last Rites fits their comp better, but I've been wrong before. Calamity, of course. Smashing their way through that front wall. Spell. Just cleaning up. Doing the best they can. Haunting Wave comes out. It is once again going to be a Festering Wounds. Getting that quick, slow combo with the Overwhelming Affliction. Immediate slows means immediate percentage damage. Triumvirate coming in for Li Ming. No healing output from the Dominance here. This is about poke and harass, which is good for the Immortal. 276, thank you. I didn't see correctly. Spell. Thinking about it. They want Tiger. Can't find it, though. Camp will just be taken by VGM. And in fact, Cattle going to try and look to make something happen. Bigger they are. Onto Spell. Anti-heal. There is the Emerald. We called the Emerald. We called it right. And it just deletes Diablo. VGM picking up kills. Impaler Camp sniped away in the bot lane. Liam able to clean that out quite nicely. Power slide dodged by Lockdown up here, preventing a counter engage. Disable comes out. Black Arrow is used. They focus down the fort. Brute onto that front line. They're really trying to look for the dive here. Diablo charges a minion. But the grenade from Tiger might be enough to save them. They teleport in. Calamity. They dive it. Tiger dashes away, though. Very aggressive attempt at a kill there coming in from Team Alexander. But good disengage. Good discipline from VGM Gaming. Going to see the bot lane getting rotated down to for cleanup. Cattle. He's really trying to find someone. He's really hunting. But we're not going to see a fight as of yet because Team Alexander rotating down. They want their level 10s. We see the mosh pit. No surprise there. Ardent Defender, Stay a While and Listen, Wailing Arrow, and Commandeer Odin. Common misconception, by the way. I've heard a couple people do this. It is Commandeer, as in he's stealing it, like in the campaign, not Commander Odin. Although Commander Odin does sound fun, but only if it gets an actual Thor voice. Big focus onto Tiger. Gets away! Tiger with the sustain there. Lightning Breath comes out, unable to follow up. It is a Tormented Souls. I have been wrong before, and I am wrong again. Twilight Dream. Follow-up Burst, making up for the Malthael loss there. And go for the Throat. They're going for resets. Weaken with Malthael. Finish with Greymane. Li Ming gets resets for fun. Who has gone for the Wave of Force, because got to interact that mosh pit. Siege coming in, a little bit of percentage damage is a little bit of a big deal. Good hammer into the ETC, who will not mosh. Tormented Souls on the back line. Greymane going to be taken out very early. Tormented Souls is already expiring as everyone else is distracted by Liam, who is causing a huge amount of grief. Strangling Vines is good, but in the meantime, Lockdown is trying to win the race from over the wall, buying time. He's so close, he will get this, but in the meantime, quick catch onto Malthael. The one-man mosh is achieved. Team Alexander get the Immortal, but they lose 2 members to that fight. Diablo did not have full souls, so he does not lose souls in that. Minion's going to be cleaned up. Tiger just going to eat his way through that Immortal. Burn through as best they can. Charge. Cattle survives. Gondar. Grenade lands. He's not in the best position here. Root comes out from Heavy to see if they can make a play there. No Encore yet, so Cattle still stuck on the 69 seconds worth of cooldown. And down goes the fort. Immortal concludes. Everyone is just playing a slow macro game. This is the least amount of kills we've really seen in one of these games so far. 5 kills to 0, though. Again, VGM controlling the game. Just a little slower pace this time. Taking their time with it. Grabbing kills when they can. But no rush as of yet. Camp going to be cleaned up. Nice positioning there. Very nicely done. Top fort. Getting harassed. This is the most pressure Team Alexander have been able to put on for a while. In the meantime, Yorel is deep pushing bot lanes. There was a camp down there, so there's currently a man advantage for Team Alexander. They lost their talent advantage for a little bit. We, of course, see the Encore. We see the Windrunner. This is all pretty standard talent-wise. A bit of a difference, though. Neo Steel Coating is going for the sustain, wants to survive the burst. Level 13 just around the corner for Team Alexander. As they play safe. Gondar rolls in to harass and eats a grenade to the face. Feels bad. We're going to be seeing the Illusionist. We see the Hellfire. Nature's swiftness on the prowl. Double movement speeds. Keep them sustained. Interesting, yeah, interesting that we do see here. Team Alexander starting off a Feast on Fear for the sustain in fights, but not going for any other auto-attack talents. Instead, consistently staying with the Fire Stomp style of build. There's the inevitable and even more cleanses coming in for Team Alexander. Bruiser's pushing in both lanes. Difference is, Team Alexander, despite not having a single kill, they are ahead in terms of structures. If they could stop that Bruiser camp making their way in, they will actually keep their lead here. Orb does hit. That's a Triumphate cooldown reduction. Going to be nice. Charge, but disengaged. Nicely done. Buying time. But in the meantime, again, Bruiser, first fort of VGM, might be able to achieve lockdown. Walks away. Cattle not following up with the hard push there. In the meantime, Sylv, Mocha goes for the race, but only is able to get a little bit of the shield off. As Team Alexander, they will get another Immortal here into the top lane. They just weakened. The Bruiser camp was able to conclude that top fort. Now they are in a position to try and make something happen. Maybe they can get a kill on the board, because right now, VGM, in terms of kills, in all of these games, VGM have definitely been playing very well. And have definitely have more kills overall. You see the big poke, charge, face melt to deny. Cattle, he's looking for the potential mosh, but he's going to be zoned away by Lockdown, who is kiting this beautifully. Pokes in. The fort goes down. They pressure onto top lane. Cattle, he's looking for his angle. Liam to maybe set it up. Liam goes over the wall, plays it safe. Cattle still trying to find the angle. The Immortal will die, but it will take down this front wall, setting up for a potential core, or potential keep push later. Tormented Souls into the backline. Cattle's going to be zoned away. He self-cleanses. There's to stay a while. Gonna catch the Greymane, but they can't make anything else happen. Gondar is stunned out. Pressure is there. The Sapphire comes out. Cattle is really looking deep for this. Liam trying to wrap around. They're very split. Hyde is in trouble. Knocked into Cattle. Cattle in trouble. Self-cleanse, but it's not enough. But in the meantime, Gondar on the backline is going to try and take out Tiger. The focus is there. Turns it onto Cattle. Picks up the kill. Gondar, he survives! Gondar's going to live. Finally going to be taken out by Liam, who self-cleanses as well to get out of the turnaround kill. It's a 2-for-2 between these teams. Both teams pick up kills. Both teams able to reset to a degree. Difference is VGM, they have to stay in base. They cannot venture out. The reasoning because the comp of Team Alexander is still based on resets. They still have Li Ming, and they still have Malthael, and they still have a tank to engage. Whereas VGM, they do have similar. They have a healer to keep everyone alive. They have Sylvanas. They have Urel for bruisering and maybe engages, but they can't afford to risk it. Sylvan Deckard were too low, not worth stepping out. Much better just to clean out top lane and set it up. You can see Liam, by the way, letting the Impalers push in for just a little bit until his team is here with him, just to try and deny soak to Team Alexander. Impaler camp in the bottom lane. More power to them. Cattle, face melt. Gets away. Shadow Charge not landing the stun. Liam finds Gondar. Gondar is Gondar. That's going to be the focus. Onto Spell as well. Moshpit and the sleep. But he's tanking through because it's Dibbles, baby. He's holding the line for the moment. Here comes the backline dive with Tormented Souls and Lightning Breath eating them alive. And that makes it a 1-for-1. Tiger barely survives. And that is the power Hyde looking for the kill with the Moonfire. Unable to get it. But that's a turnaround and a half there, making the play. Losing Greymane early, but seeing a grouped up set of enemies, they dive in deep with the throwing shade into the Tormented Souls with Massacre to set everyone up and Mortality for that 8% bonus for big burst damage. And they very nearly pick up a kill. Fireflies, by the way, for Li Ming, making the most of Aether Walker cooldown reduction for spamming out missiles at constant rate for best race. Greymane is back, dodges Liam. Needs to be careful on his positioning, it's going to take a longer way round. Liam really trying to delay, dive on the backline, they're looking for Heavy, but the staff able to shut it down. Big silence, Wailing Arrow, that's Nacho Jin sniped away. Very nicely set up there by Mocha as Liam dives deep. Gondar is having flashbacks. Spell in a little bit of trouble, but is going to zone away. The Immortal is low, but it is alive. You can see Lockdown, he really wants this. He lands a couple shots, but he will live. Face melt was landed there, so an encore is applied. Lockdown is dancing around this, but he's really playing with fire. That's a kill, though. Great engage with the Strangling Vines. Twilight Dream for the setup. Gondar is going deep. Deebles is having a nap. They're going to be able to get the Immortal here at the cost of Gondar, though. 2 kills for 1. Nice route by Hyde, preventing that from becoming 3 kills. Immortal going to be pushing into the bot lane. Numbers advantage in favor of VGM thanks to this, but Malthael is back. He's not going to be joining the team, though. Instead, he chooses to go top lane. Oh, hang on. Does he change his mind? Maybe they are going to go for the 4v4. 13 seconds, 12 seconds until ETC is up. 19 until Greymane. Commandeer Odin, used early. Just using that extra range to clear safely. They will do so. Liam, disengage, knock back, stun is landed. From the Immortal onto Cattle. Cattle trying to look for lockdown here. Moshpit is available. I think it was thinking about the one-man Mosh. Keep will survive. Malthael has already disengaged and pushed up top lane a little bit. The Keep does live. And once again, kill lead. Slight experience lead for VGM. And yet, they've got a 4. And that's it. They can't seem to win the structure game. Despite winning almost every fight, they're still slowly bleeding out. But level 20 is approaching. Level 20, where they will be able to play a little bit more aggressive with Seraphim. They can go for Respect the Elderly, the big silence to shut down that Li Ming and that Malthael Nitrogen. Stop him teleporting around, being a pain. Sylve, we've a Deafening Blast for extra burst. Or the Bolt of the Storm for safety. Liam going to be dived. Liam says absolutely not. Here comes Cattle looking for a potential Mosh. Decides against it. Gonna mount up, in fact. Here comes Liam. They found Gondar. Gondar is always the target. Medallion is used. Here comes the Mosh. They get it this time. It's shut down, though, with the Twilight Dream. Nitrogen able to teleport away from the backline, and Cattle is killed. They dive deep. They're looking for Tiger. Big jump from Liam. Knock onto Locke, who's able to teleport away. Stay a while. Is denied. Heavy. Serious trouble. There's the Shadow Charge, and that is another kill. And finally, a fight won by Team Alexander. They crush their way through the keep. They look for Liam. Liam is finding his way down into the abyss, but not really because he got caught on a ledge. As the core is going to be focused down. Mocha is trying to do the damage, trying to make the plays. Lockdown lives from the core damage. Odin is going to be used. Tiger trying to tank the shots. He's all alone. He's got big red button, and he's going to try and hold. Lockdown is down. He gets one. Tormented Souls, though, and that's going to be it. Tiger will get dropped, and with Gondar alive, that's enough core damage. And game number 4 goes over to Team Alexander. We have a game number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest. When you saw that first game of the day, did anyone predict that this would end up going to a game number 5? Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is what is happening. These are the plays. These are the performances. The first game 5 of Storm Division. It's 4 AM in the morning for me, and I'm full of so much energy. Absolutely insane. You know what I am also full of, though? It's fluids. So what I'm going to do is very quickly put you guys on a break screen, and when we come back, it will be time for game number 5. Between the teams of VGM Gaming and Team Alexander. They're putting on a performance. Make sure you check out the match arena to support the players and keep them playing in Storm Division. If you want to support the caster, sub and donate right now. I'm having a lovely time. Try and support me so that I could afford to keep eating and having a good time and keep casting, because it's so much fun. And if you want to support the people behind the scenes, check out the Patreon, !Patreon, !Matcherino, !Patreon, !Caster, then sub and donate. Have a good time. Be right back with the final concluding game of this best of 5 series. Be right back, everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lobby. I'm just sorting the map picks and bans now. Excuse me. Alrighty, it's a very interesting map to end on today, ladies and gentlemen. But I think we're getting ready to jump in. We are playing on North America. I believe we're playing on NA West. I'm not sure. All I know is the Koreans have been making the lobby, which is fair. They're playing from halfway across the world. And I would know it's halfway across the world. I've done that flight. It sucks. It's a long flight. One of the worst flights I've ever done. From a set of flights from Europe to Los Angeles, from the UK to Los Angeles, and then from Los Angeles to Korea, and then from Korea back to the UK, and then back from the UK back to Los Angeles. That was for Western Clash, Eastern Clash, home to rest for a bit, and then back for BlizzCon. That's one of the most grueling flight schedules I've ever had. It was very fun, though. Alrighty, let's take you to the maps and show you exactly what's going on in this series. What's up, fam? It's another Team Alexander map. VGM again opting for first pick. The only maps that were left to select from were Brax's Holdout and Hanamura. And it looks like we are not going to be seeing a Hanamura game today. We are ending the final game of this best of 5 series between Seed 1 and Seed 2 in the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. The final game will be on Brax's Holdout, chosen by Team Alexander. Lots of hype to see. We are waiting for the final player to make their way into the lobby. It was many, many miles. Lots and lots of miles were traveled that day. Oh, that chair is creaky. Donate and sub so I can buy a new chair, because this one is literally falling apart. Like, I can't lean too heavily on this arm, because if I do, the entire back of the chair just goes thunk and just shifts to, like, that angle. So, I definitely need a new chair. It is becoming a bit of a problem. I need a new PC as well. Mine's slowly dying. It's struggling to keep up with the demands of streaming, as it were. Although, it's getting better. It is getting better. I'm managing little bits here and there. I'm doing little bits here and there to try and keep it going. Trying to, like, streamline the stream a bit more. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We looking good! We're waiting for one more player. Who are we waiting for? We have Knockdown Spell, Nitrogen, Gundar. We are waiting for... Why am I blanking? Hyde. Waiting for Hyde. Alrighty. Well then, is there a mod in the chat? If there's a mod, can you make yourself known for me, please? A mod or anyone with channel permissions. If you could make yourself known, that would be appreciated. Very appreciated indeed. I know there's a delay as well. I'll say out loud what I'm wanting, because there's going to be a 30-second delay. While we're waiting for the players, could someone set up a poll to see who people think are going to win? Just put the maximum timer on it, so we're like 3 minutes. That way we might get into the draft a little bit as well. And just put up a poll of let's see who chat thinks is going to win. Because I am curious. Where's my greetings? Hey, Goliath. Yes, if you can say, I don't know if you have the perms to set up a poll. That would be appreciated. Sorry, I realized the way I was very vague with that probably made you a little paranoid for you. While we're doing that, I hope everyone's enjoying the stream so far. If you are, maybe check me out. I don't stream too often, but when I do, I try to stream stuff that is exciting and interesting. I stream every Monday, though, my Dungeons & Dragons group, with such names as Jixie Cat, another amazing NGS caster, Crowan, a fantastic ex-HGC player. We have It's Febe, was gonna be HGC player if HGC hadn't been cancelled, insane player, and my fellow HGC China caster, Kendrick Swish. Bloody good set. Bloody good set of people there. I'm the Dungeon Master, so you can check that out. I also stream other things. I do stream games from time to time. I have 2 world records in terms of Heroes of the Storm now. I have the most games cast at one time. That was on my Twitch channel. And I had the ability to beat the Heroes of the Storm AI using only voice commands. I wasn't allowed to touch my mouse or keyboard at all. And I beat the Heroes of the Storm AI with that. And I have one more world record coming up in October when Jixie Cat gets here, where I am going to beat the Heroes of the Storm AI blindfolded. That is the next record. And also, I had a trial for the death of HGC on my channel recently. You can find all the VODs on there. I'm Tetcher on Twitch and YouTube. Find all that stuff there. There we go. I've got the charisma score for this with standardized dump. Almost certainly dexterity. Alrighty. Arr! Caster. Arr! Caster is ready. Because I think we are going to get ready to go. Exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat to support the players. Exclamation mark Patreon to support the admins. Donations and sub to support the me. It's a draft. Let's go. Let's get this underway. Braxis Outpost. It's going to be our map. Let's get this going. I also cast on my channel as well, so make sure you just follow me. I do things, sometimes. How can you play it blindfolded? That's why I'm waiting till October, because Jixie Cat will be here in my house. And basically, what I'm going to do is have her explain the game to me and tell me what to do. She will be my seeing eye player. We have a delay. Yes, that is how I will be playing blindfolded. That is how that will be happening. Oh! Okay, hang on. I'm going to quickly jump back to the lobby screen here. Can anyone see what the issue is? Tell me in chat if you can work out what the issue is. I'm going to disappear from the screen in 3, 2, 1. What is the issue with that lobby? What went wrong there? What mistake was made? I'll wait for the delay. See if anyone spots it. It took me a little bit. It took me a little bit to realize the mistake. Oh dear. This night has been spectacular. I've had such a good time. Hey Ram, there it is! Big Muff McGuff spots it. Brax's Holdout is the standard map. Brax's Outpost is the ARAM map. So they selected the wrong map. Brilliant. Absolutely superb. A very, very easy mistake to make. Let's be honest. Very easy mistake to make. Caster R. Yeah, a very easy mistake to make. I am okay with it. But still very, very funny. Very, very funny indeed. Oh man, this night's been so good, guys. Thank you for sharing this with me. This has been an absolute blast. We have readies. On the correct map, on Brax's Holdout, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into the draft. This time we got it. This time we are in the right place. And you are in the right place because you are here with me tonight, watching game number 5, the final game of the night between Team Alexander and VGM Gaming. The 2 teams to qualify first for Storm Division. Seed 1 and Seed 2. Team Alexander have already taken 2 more maps than they ever have against VGM Gaming, so already an improvement. Gonna see the Zarya banned away. That is cool. So for starters, we're finally seeing different bans. Zarya is being banned out here because there are some very good Zarya compositions on this map for bot lane domination. So removing that Zarya gives you a little bit more control, gives you a little bit more safety that you're not going to get that unusual draft setup that can become a real big problem as the game goes on. Also the fact that Zarya gets very easy energy off the Zerg. Chromie going to be banned away as well. Still scary. But a couple heroes that have been banned out all day have been let through, including Junkrat. However, Junkrat has mostly been banned out on maps where rotations are important. This map is very important for rotations, but double soak is less possible, so maybe they're just not as concerned about the Junkrat this time. It's the Garrosh. Going to be banned away. And first pick for VGM Gaming. Are they going to first pick Yrel again, or do they have higher priorities? This is a map where Rexar becomes very, very solid. It's the Junkrat! He made it in! They didn't ban it because they were picking it! It's a bamboozle! Mocha is going to play the Junkrat unless we see a swap later on. Everything has been turned on its head. Team Alexander. Where are they taking us? Show us your plan. They get the Stukov! Hyde's going to get to play Stukov today, finally, after so many denials. But Gondar gets the Raider as well. Between Raider and Junkrat, both teams already have spectacular wave clear. VGM now. What do we see from them? Ooh. The tension, it's killing me. And a win! With Ana removed, Stukov on the board, they don't want Deckard this time. They want the Anduin. Very cool to see. And Greymane on the board. This is going to allow Junkrat to maybe move in, get some total mayhem off, get pulled out. It's going to allow Greymane to dive and get safety. Maybe there's some kind of light bomb dive play. Can you use light bomb on Rocket Ride? I don't actually know. Seems like a maybe meme play, but I very much doubt that's what we're seeing. Riptide is just a bit good. Diablo is taken out, meaning ETC becomes the main tank here. With Team Alexander being first pick, do VGM ban the ETC to prevent themselves playing against it and limit that tank pool even further? Force themselves onto Muradins or a Nubarax? They're gonna ban the ETC? There's still quite a few tank options. We do know this. We know Team Alexander will play the Anubarak, will play the Muradin, we'll know they'll play the Tyrael. VGM, though, we haven't really seen them flex off of these heroes so far. Very interesting to see. Deathwing, hey? I think that's in the 4-man. I don't think that's solo lane yet. Even though it's hovered by Lockdown, I think we're Lockdown, of course, would be in the 4-man, so Nacho Jin, I think, might be doing something unless they're going to go for a lane swap. And Mei finally makes her way onto the battlefield. For the first time this series, not prioritized at all out of these teams. Avalanche is allowed, remember. It has been allowed back in. Hopefully someone communicated that to Team Alexander. If not, Icewall's still really good. Muradin being taken by VGM, and they get Malthael, because of course, there's a Deathwing. They now have percentage damage on Greymane and Malthael. They have lots of opportunities to try and pick people off. But again, this is likely going to be a 4-man Deathwing. So what are we going to see from Nacho Jin? What's going against the Malthael? What is the decision? It's Chen, baby! It's panda time! Can you say panda time? Of course you can. You got a mouth. Let's go. My mind just went, well, now you've just offended people without mouths. Sorry if you don't have a mouth. I really am. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delirious. It's 4:30 AM in the morning. Let's get this rolling. These are our drafts. Team Alexander in game number 5 bust out Mei, Deathwing, Chen to finish out the series. And, well, VGM. A little bit more standard, very burst heavy. Muradin, Malthael, Junkrat, Greymane. Good burst focus there. Feels good. Brew indeed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. The loading times are not making us wait because we are heading right in to game number 5. On the left-hand side, in the blue trunks, from South Korea, Team Alexander, with Hyde on the Stukov, Gondar on Reyna, Lockdown on Chen, Nacho Jin on the Deathwing, and Spell going to be playing the Mei. And on the right-hand side, it is going to be VGM from North America, Heavy on the Anduin, Tiger JK on the Greymane, Mocha on the Junkrat. Muradin is being played by Cattle and in the bot lane, all alone, about to go up against the army. No, the army peels off. It's going to be Liam on the Malthael. Trap set up in top lane. It looks like Nacho Jin might be in the form. Might actually be solo. We will see. Oh, lockdown. Oh, lockdown. He's got the Ox active, but there's only so much he can do. Down he goes. Yeah, Deathwing is fighting. Oh no, Deathwing is fighting Malthael. That's not going to be fun. First blood goes over to VGM. Level 1 talents, we see this heat transfer not landing on the root this time. Cryostasis is used. There's the lurking arm. That will buy Spell enough time to pull back. Deathwing already forced to the sky to get plates back. He's heading to the top. They swapped it. Chen, who got killed off, so they're sending Chen now down to deal with Liam, and they're bringing Deathwing top lane to help with the camp. Storm Stout secret recipe, sustain for the Chen, Dragon Soul, standard stuff, reactor Ballista Pause, a lot of bursting coming, and their wave clear, Exterminator coming in. Camps being taken by both teams. In fact, they're just doubling camps on both sides. I can't view this. I can't view the poll. Feels bad. Alrighty, someone tell me the results at the end. Camps finished out on both sides. Unconventional laning setups. Neither team sitting in the classic 1-4 setup. Instead, they rotate. They keep pressure on. We do see that perfect storm coming in for the Muradin and the Renew for Anduin. Standard stuff there. Fear the Reaper and Boom Pow. Sorry, blow him up. Boom Pow's later. Blow him up coming in for the Junkrat. That extra damage when you root or knockback. May is able to claim top for now, but will retreat as they are going to get zoned out quite a bit. Spell forced off. Root, stun, focus, but tanky. Spell is very tanky. There's the knockback though. Concussion Mind value. Nacho Jin again finds himself, unfortunately, in the bot lane. Gonna do some good damage to Liam though. Just wants to try and pop that plate. Gets it. Plate 1. Healing is good, but yeah, Malthael wins this fight. Gonna retreat back. Top is claimed. We do see VGM forced off the point. Double channel. Reverberation. Deathwing takes to the sky. Immediately Liam's going to try and recap. Lockdown going to take over. They're just going for another lane swap. They're just going to continuously keep swapping these two. Keep the pressure on. Keep confusing. You never know who's where. Withering Flames. They bring Chen. They bring the Deathwing back up the top. Chen down to the bot. They hold the double channel. This is really nice and sneaky play. The quick, very effective rotations from Team Alexander, keeping VGM on their toes as the Zerg make their way into bot lane, and immediately we see a lane swap. We see Chen making his way back up the top lane to deal with the Malthael and the Zerg. Nacho Jin, unfortunately, in slow dragon leg mode, going to make his way down to help. Good knockback, slow, unstoppable. The medallion has to be used. Spell sent over the wall there by the Concussion Mind, has to stasis, but it's not going to be enough. Spell goes down. Well executed. This is one of the many reasons Junkrat is banned every game. But this time, Mocha able to get it. There's enough Zerg here, though, that we might see this fort go down, especially with the pressure being applied by Gondar. They're out of melee minions, though. The fort will live. That's a big deal. Moral Compass for Anduin. And die alone. Even more FU Deathwing build. Now we see the Boom Pow. That cooldown reduction for Junkrat going to be huge. Gondar focused down in the stun. May trying to hold the line. Knockback into the silence. Lurking arm and Spell comes in for the big wraparound. Returning from base. Able to pick it up. There's the Cataclysm. They're going real deep for Cattle here. Going to try and get it. There is the medallion. But it cannot save the Caterpillar. They're going to be able to finish off this fort. First fort of the game going over to Team Alexander. Lockdown prevents this camp from being taken. He's just shadowing Liam, preventing him from rotating and doing anything fancy. We see the skating away. Physical armor and movement speed is a really good talent. Good for support. Deathwing. Cooldown reduction, if I had to guess. On level 7. Nope, go for healing. That makes sense. Going for the Skyfall. Taking a lot of damage from Malthael. That does definitely makes more sense in hindsight. Skullcracker for Muradin. Trying to get some extra pressure on. Held that camp. A little bit of damage to the fort. Keeping the pressure on there. And they're doing okay for now. Keeping themselves in this. VGM are just holding out. Yes, they've lost a fort. They are behind. But they're playing this safe. They're playing calm. Cattle will see this. Into stack. Gondar. Very careful here. Because again, Mocha continuously setting this up to be incredibly annoying for Team Alexander. Once level 10 is here, we will see VGM play a little bit more aggressive because we will see them be able to kill off Deathwing a little easier. And right now, Deathwing and Chen are a big problem because of their tankiness. We have the Elusive Brawler, by the way, helped deal with that. Greymane. Malthael has died. Good job, T-Tors. T-Tors me. We're seeing the bogs down, big slows coming in, because again, Mocha has just been landing these basically on cooldown, really trying to set this up. Cataclysm coming over, Nitrogen already tanking these shots, might be in trouble. He's going to try and pull back, try to pull away, and he will live. Cryostasis is dropped by spell, applies armor to hide, and that will force the retreat out of Cattle. They burned Cataclysm for it. You might see them try to leave this alive, because depending on what heroic they intend on going, they could just delay this fort dying to get Cataclysm back off cooldown immediately, but it's only a minute cooldown. That is brave. That is really brave, and they're doing it. First place already dropped by Nitrogen. Cattle sees this happening. Here comes the rest of the team. Everyone's on the way. Zergwave is acquired by Team Alexander. Level 10 is not available for either team, but it's just around the corner. Big stun coming out, but Liam is deep in the backline. Here comes the Molten Breath, but forced off. Lockdown trying to hold. There's level 10, though, and that's going to guarantee it. Immediate retreat. There's the Avalanche. They know they can pick it. Cattle says goodbye. He finds the snowball. He finds his death as Team Alexander gain control. With their level 10s popping just in time. We saw the bellowing roar come in. It was not required. Massive shove. Lockdown is deep. Excuse me, sir? He's going to just tank it. He doesn't care. Excuse me? What is that? He's going to almost get the kill there. Maybe regrets his decision. He's going to have to storm Earth Fire to stay alive. And instead, they're just going to try and go on to Tiger JK. They are so deep here. You guys, I don't know if you noticed, but this is the enemy base. You can't do that. That's not allowed. They're going to take down the keep. They have the boss. Is this game? They have the boss and the Zerg. They're pushing in. They have everyone alive. They have Cataclysm. They're pushing in. Gondar takes some damage. The core is taking damage. It's a Haymaker, by the way. That's going to send Lockdown away. Light Bomb onto May, who's in trouble. The Hide taken out by the Last Rise, but the boss is healthy. Cataclysm makes its way across the core for extra damage. They're putting everything onto this boss down to half health. Core down to half health, 30%, with no one contesting Nitrogen on that Deathwing. That's going to be Team Alexander crushing their way through with the Zerg boss army. And they take down the core and take the series in a 3-2. What a series between these two teams. A very sudden ending, an 8-minute game to finish out that series. They got level 10 on the boss and just walked a core. Because why not, I guess? Turns out you can, if you can do that, good on you. Well played. 6 kills to 6 at the end. And Team Alexander with the Chen Mei Deathwings took off Raider Comp. Take down the core. Let's have a look at the final stats here. Raider topping damage chart. Junkrat such a good job. If that game had gone longer, it would have taken only a couple great concussion mines, which we've been seeing so many out of Mocha, to maybe turn that game in their favor. But Team Alexander putting on just a beautiful performance, knowing when to end the game, taking the most of their level advantage, and they just finished the game. They just did it. Very, very impressive. Going to be coming in there. What a performance. Just unreal. So impressive out of these two teams. And with that, Team Alexander, they will become, while I show you guys the talents, they will enter the Winners Club right now. And VGM, unexpected, they are going to be in the Losers Club for the moment. Of course, this is only week 1. This is the level of play we see in week 1 of the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. And if you aren't coming back next week after that, then I've got some bad news for you. I think you might hate fun. That's what you need to do, Chris. Insult the audience. That's what we need. That's what we all need. The haymaker at the end, really just to try and save the game. I really respect the pickup there. To try and save the game, to try and zone them off the core, to try and buy time, and it did take Chen out of action. The Riptire attempted as well. They dropped everything to try and keep themselves in that game, but the boss was just too healthy. And with that, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. After what is an insane series, an incredible performance from both these two teams, we have reached the end of our games tonight. Our wonderful mods will find someone to raid you guys over. I think the plan was for Weenus, but I think his series might be done, because I can currently see him in one of the rooms in the NGS room in NGS. So hopefully our mods will raid us over to someone and you guys can keep the party going and having a good time. But before I let you go, once again, allow me to be a shill. If you enjoyed tonight's games, be sure to support the players. !Matcherino in chat to show the players you appreciate them and to contribute to that prize pool. If you donate to the prize pool, it will just go up. It's just full donations. That's going until this division ends in September. Wait, we're in September. In December, the other E month. Wow, that was a rip one. If you have enjoyed the work that has been put into this to make this a reality, !Patreon in chat to support the Nexus Gaming Series Patreon. That money goes to the maintaining of the website, the mods, and the actual work that goes into all the back end and the setting up and the incredible performance of this division. It's incredible. This is the full Nexus Gaming Series you will be supporting there. And if you liked me, you can find me on Tetcher, on Twitter, and YouTube, and Twitch. That is where I live. You will find me on there. Trying to make more written content to transfer into something. Check out my trial for the murder of HGC that I released recently, and keep an eye on this channel, where hopefully I'm going to be making some more content for them. Nothing in certain yet, nothing in chains, but hopefully I'm going to be making something fun on this channel, so you guys can see me here more often. So follow this channel too. Check me out on my stuff, where I'm doing more creative content as well. And of course, sub and donate. When casters are casting Storm Division on this channel, when you sub and donate, the money goes to the caster who is casting at the time. So if you enjoyed my performance today, subbing and donating now with bits, that money goes to me and you're supporting me directly, and I am very grateful for how incredibly generous people have been today. And if anyone else wants to throw that little bit of generosity, I would so appreciate it. You are all amazing, and thank you all very much. But of course, if you're a Jinxie fan, if you're a Murder fan, if you're an Aero fan, then make sure you support them when they are casting Storm Division. When they are casting, drop bits for them, because whoever is casting at the time is the person who gets the benefit. So make sure you show that love, and make sure you keep the love going to whoever our mods raid us over to. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me tonight. Have a wonderful evening if you're on my time zone. Have a great morning. Thank you all very much. I have to drive 2 hours later. Have a lovely night. Thank you, Smurf, on a rocket. Great name. And I will see you all next time for more Storm Division, or come message me on Twitter about what your favourite animal fact is. Do that. That sounds fun. Thank you all for watching, and see you all next time. Have a good night. Bye.